Start. Then we go to here. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Mm. Oh, that's not it. Did I fuck up? Oh, I fucked up. Oh. Oh. Oh, I fuck. Whoops.
Okay.
We actually weren't ready. I don't know what happened, but Huh. There we go. Boom. Perfect. Alrighty. So last time, I would like to say, if I'm remembering properly, you guys kind of got your asses kicked, but you succeeded. And that's what's important. You guys went from the front lines and kind of fell back. And inside of. God, the music scared me.
Sorry.
You guys kind of fell back to the wall, just outside in the slums of the, I believe, West Gate. And you guys ended up having to fight the Death Knight. There, you guys, after being greatly reunited with Tor, Death Knight comes strolling up, and a bunch of undead came as well. While you guys were fighting as hard as you could, a couple times it looked like it was going to get a little bit sour, and then Tor, the beautiful bastard, was able to control the winds and really just make it really tough on the enemy. So damn tough on the enemy. So fucking tough on the enemy. Anyway, after a little bit of fighting and whatnot, the enemy was able to stop the control wind. And there, the fight really kind of took on a much quicker turn. After you guys almost got destroyed by a fireball that seemed to be a bit stronger than most others. You guys decided that, you know what, no matter what, you're going to finish this fight. Including your lovely companion, Grumpy, that you guys rescued from the front lines. Grumpy goes down a couple times, so does a couple other people throughout the fight. And then they get brought back up. And, well, you guys ended up succeeding. As Moonarun slices into the Death Knight, using his natural 20 that he had stored. Taking the Death Knight's soul and pouring it into the sword. Thus, capping off another one of its faces to have light, glowing eyes at the towards the handle of the sword, filling up another one of the faces. And then you guys, after that, were told by Lord Buttercrim to retreat behind the wall. And if you guys heard bells, it meant it was time to leave because the West Gate is falling. After that, you guys found your way back to the manor. There, you guys had drinks, had food, and rested for the evening. Where then you woke up to the sounds. Oh, goodness. And to the sounds of fighting outside your door in a very low noise. And that's where we left you guys off.
What the fuck was that?
Am I still on the couch? I'm still on the couch.
Yes. You guys all would have kind of woken up to this noise and then the sounds of fighting.
Sounds of fighting outside.
Outside, honestly, could be an adjacent room from you. Can't really tell exactly where it's coming from. But...
Okay.
Are Dave and Grumpy awake?
yes, they both would have woken
I
up.
was about to say everyone should be awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll just see Nico kind of running and just like, anyone else hear that? Anyone else hear that shit?
Yep. Yep. And I'm like getting up, and I'm just gonna sword out. Big guy. Just.
Grumpy.
Grab a broom. We want
Grumpy's already kind of up, and he's just like, all right.
All right.
Let's
All right,
see.
I'll come out.
Gonna take a peek out.
Sabrina,
What are
there's
these? Are
nobody
these?
there. What's that?
These are these like the town guard, or are these like the stone knights that guard the?
So you, as you look around the corner, they seem to be metal versions of the Stone Knights. Possibly they came from somewhere else in the house. Who knows?
Holy shit. This house must like us if it's going to send Metal Knights, looks like.
I don't know. I think our security system got an upgrade. What's that?
Barry, that you?
There is Barry, indeed. Barry's just kind of sitting there watching as farther down you can see a couple of the Metal Knights and a couple of the Marble Knights kind of collapsed on the ground in puddles of this black sort of ash and whatnots and sand seem to be pulling towards the front door. And you can hear the noises of fighting coming from outside.
And that growling noise is still coming from outside, right?
You hear it as it's just... And then you hear wings. And it seems... give me a perception check to see what it seems like.
I have an idea what it is. God damn it.
Oh dear.
Oh, don't let it be.
Come on!
You hear the noise, and then the noise stops, and you're like, oh, it must have landed.
Okay, so there's something outside. It's growling,
Can I make a roll as well to see?
Yeah, yeah.
please.
I'd let two
Please,
people make a roll. It's okay.
Does this count towards using my nat 1?
Yeah? It's an extra roll, so...
We're just gonna, just for the sake.
Oh shit.
I'll be right back.
Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Well, unfortunately, that is also
Unfortunately,
a nat one.
Yeah.
You heard that shit?
You
What?
heard it, but you're more like, oh fuck, what the hell is that?
I'm actually upset that it's a nat 20, but it has to nat 1. Like,
Oh boy.
wow.
Okay. Barry?
Barry
What's,
just looks over.
What happened?
Well, these weird, like, shadowy things snuck in through the cracked window, and then these guys sprung to life, and then they said, oh, or they didn't really
What?
say anything, and then they started
Wait.
attacking.
Hold up. What cracked window?
He points over at this window, and then this window.
Oh,
How's
the
it
house
going?
is
So someone tried to break in.
No, they were just cracked, and then these guys came out of nowhere all looking spooky.
What do you mean they were just cracked? Were they cracked when we got back?
Maybe. I don't know. You're right. Man, I'm a rat. The knights kind of hold out their hands as they kind of ready themselves.
We can't there's no way we can understand the knights, right?
I shake their hand.
Somebody talked to them.
I did. Asu.
Ah.
Asu and Alistair both talk to them.
And neither of them are here.
Right. Fuck. I'm just gonna go for the night. Status report?
You say status report, and it kind of just grabs its sword that it has, like, with one hand and holds two hands, and then walks very slowly forward.
Okay. I'm just gonna follow it.
Okay.
Tor, don't go any closer, buddy. I don't know what the hell these things are.
The closer
keep your guard up.
the closer you get, these things look like just piles of ash and sand, essentially, and bone, black bone, kind of just like splayed out in the shape of a body at this point. As you see this one, as it seems to be looking a little rougher than the others. Like missing a pauldron, its helmet's actually knocked off, and it's just...
Do I see its helmet?
Its helmet's on the ground, yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's like right next to it, but it's still standing there. Like,
The doors aren't open, right?
nope. You would see if the door's open. And the closer you get, you can hear more fighting outside.
I'm gonna pick up his helmet and put it back on his head.
It looks at you, and as it gets put back on its head, you can feel like this weird unnatural force just kind of, and it nods, and it kind of stands up a little bit straighter now that it actually seems to be able to, like, have the posture of the head.
I'm gonna look out the window to see what the hell.
Same.
You look out the window and you see one of these golems, one of these house golems, kind of just going at it with two of these things, just ha,
Shit.
swinging around. And then there's a couple more of the marble ones that seem to be broken outside.
We don't hear any bells, do we?
You don't hear any bells, and it looks like the clouds are still kind of moving out, so every once in a while there's these really big shady patches.
Okay. But it's not storming like it was.
It's not storming anymore. I mean, there's some like spits of rain here and there, but it's
But nothing like a hurricane or anything.
yeah, it's nothing like what it was when the Tempest was alive.
Okay. Dave? Where's
Mm.
Dave? Where's Dave?
Oh.
Dave, where you at?
Dave's just like he's got like a piece of cheese in his mouth, and he's just like,
Alright, buddy.
well, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna die on an empty stomach.
Listen, you've been here longer than we have. Do you know of any secret passages, anything that might lead us out of the house, like as a getaway, in case it's necessary?
Um,
Because the front door, because outside the front door is, it's
Things are dicey.
it's dicey.
all right. He's just like, I may, and he kind of walks over to this golem right here, and he's just like, oh, is there a way out of here? And the golem, like, turns, and you can only assume looks at Dave, and is just like, kind of nods.
Okay.
That's
It's a,
Dave's just like, yes. He says it says that there is.
Okay.
Possibly. Honestly, I have no
Okay.
clue if it actually understands what I'm saying.
If there is one, we gotta find it, just in case things really go south here quickly.
Gotcha.
And Nico just points out like the 3 piles of ash and sand, just like, if that is a possibility of happening, and this house falls, we might be in trouble. So I want to have a backup plan just in case we need to fall back.
Right. I will go with this guy, and he just grabs the suit of armor, and he's just like, "You're gonna show me the way, right?" And armor just kind of nods.
Yeah, when you find it, find us and let us know where.
Right.
We'll,
Yep.
We'll let you lead the way.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And they kind of start going off. You guys do. Is anybody peering out right now, looking at what's going on more, or did somebody open this door?
I did.
Oh, great. Okay. When did you open the door?
I'm like peeking through it.
Okay, you're peeking through it. Give me stealth.
It's being slow.
It's okay. We're gonna just delete all these.
Oh, hell yeah.
Alrighty, so you kind of just peer through it, and you see this one golem just go into town, just, and you see one of these things reach out towards the golem, and you see what seems to be it kind of buckle for a second, and then it goes back to fighting, and then it kind of just poofs this one right in front of it, and that one gets kind of splattered all over the area, as the sand and ash and bone just crinkle, sprinkle the ground and whatnot, and then it's, more of these things seem to getting closer, and it's reaching out towards the armor, and as 2 of them reach out, let's see. It seems to be able to parry one of its attacks, and the other one sort of reaches out. And it seems to be able to do it to the other one as well. Yeah.
So that's the only one still functioning out here, right?
That is the only one still functioning outside, yes.
I'm going to run outside for 2 seconds.
Tor, what are you doing?
Hold on, I have idea.
Oh, shit.
Alright, what you doing? Enlarge, reduce. Oh my goodness. Alright. This thing willingly accepts it.
And then right after that, I'm gonna do.
Mending. Awesome. That's really cool.
Uh-oh.
Alright.
So I'm gonna make that guy big boy and repair him a little bit, and I'm gonna run back inside.
Alrighty.
Just
Cool. And then you see this thing just kind of grow, and it just goes through another one, the one that was right here, and it just poofs another one. Tor, while you're out there, give me your perception.
Yeah.
Alright, Tor. You notice on the ground, as a cloud is going overhead, the cloud shadow just seems to be much, much darker.
Do I look up? I look up.
You look up, you don't see anything in the sky. And then after a little bit, as the cloud starts going past the house and you've gone back inside, you see a couple more of these things kind of out of the cloud. Like out of the shadow of the cloud, I mean. And this poor dude is gonna have to take a couple more attacks as you see more of these things kind of come up on him. But he seems to be doing okay for the time being. Is there anything you guys are gonna do here? As this one big boy is just kind of puffing some of these guys into non-existence.
I think we should help out. If they're gonna help us out, we should help them out.
We hold this house.
We hold this house.
I have a thought.
I'm all for it.
And now I need to ask the DM and player. Could I use control winds to create an updraft to try to disperse the clouds above us? Depending on how low hanging the clouds are.
What's the distance it's got?
It says I can choose 100-foot cube that I can see.
I would say yes. Because the clouds would be something that you could focus on to be able to go.
1 second, someone's knocking on my door.
I sure hope it's a delivery guy.
It's gotta be the pizza. It's gotta be the pizza.
I don't think he ordered pizza.
No, Subway.
Yeah, pizza at Subway. Not the best, but still something.
Combination Pizza Hut.
Anyways.
As I see these things spawn from the shadow of this cloud, whatever, I'm gonna go, no, we can't have that.
As you woof, you see the cloud kind of just billow up and then disperse as it goes higher and higher. The cloud was a bit high up, so it's one of those things that you look up and it goes whoof, and then it doesn't really have any effect down here. But it does disperse the cloud. As it disperses the cloud, you see more of these start to pop out. And then you see as a group of them just swarm onto this knight. And as their hands sort of come in contact with him, this golem, you see it go down to one knee, and then you see it try to slowly lift up its sword to make another swing. And it's trying its hardest, but it looks as if all the strength is being sapped out of it as these things swarm into him. As you see a couple of them go into the body and out the other side, and into the body and out the other side, in, out, and finally you see this golem go and slump down in a pile of armor, and the enlarge reduce fades.
Shit.
After the... How long since cloud dispersion and that? Like, one turn to one turn?
I'd say it would have been about like one turn to one to 2 turns.
Right. And I'm going to use an action to reverse it, and now it's a downdraft. All these guys gotta make straight saves.
Alright, like I said, where the sort of wind and the clouds were, it was a bit higher than the 100 feet up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, Tort goes inside and slams the door and goes, "We have a problem."
Oh shit.
Yeah, I see that.
You
Yeah.
see Barry off in the distance do thaumaturgy, and you see him just slam the windows shut. These windows that were up here. And Barry's like, I think it's time to get the fuck out of here, guys.
Can I cast can I cast thaumaturgy and try to like block off the door? So like making it difficult for anyone to try and get in from the
I
front
got
door?
you.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
the way thaumaturgy works, it's one of those things where you can have it open and close windows, open and close doors, but you can't use it to
I
like,
can't block it.
yeah.
Okay.
But mold
So-
earth happens.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and touch the concrete pillars on either side, and I'm gonna mold them into a bar across the door.
I like it. All right.
Okay. Yep, there we go.
And yeah, so all you guys hear is scratching coming from the doors and the windows as these things are trying to break inside. You know, they're just.
I go to the one of the few remaining guards. Why can't I move?
You move.
Oh, on my screen I definitely did not. Okay.
Yeah, you're next to one of the
Is there a
guards.
way to get to the roof?
This one specifically points out the window.
Hmm.
This is a very large house, but it's all one floor, it seems, from your knowledge.
I know, but I was trying to see if there was any way to get on top of the roof without having to just climb up there.
Gotcha.
Didn't know.
Shit.
Alright, I am going to get rid of these spell things real quick.
Yeah, please do. I don't know how to fucking not place them. It just procs it whenever I do the spells.
It happens, no worries.
Okay, so
After a bit, you guys... do you guys get out of this room? You guys,
No one. Don't even know what we're doing.
Out of
no,
this?
I think we're just waiting at this point. Like everything's sealed off and everything. We're just trying to see if there's if either of them do try to get in.
Alright. Oh gosh, it's taken a little bit of time. Oof. For things to go on. Anybody looking out the window would see that they started moving away from the front doors and towards other parts of the house.
Shit.
So
Gone in through broken windows. We need to move.
Yeah. Find any window you can. Close it, lock it. If one gets through, holler. Start attacking it. Do what you gotta do.
you see the knights that hear you, or the one that hears you looks over at the other knights and the other house golems, and they just start running to the windows, just shutting them.
Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah, any of them get through, start whacking at them. Okay. Big guy, Grumpy,
Grumpy just nods.
you good? You okay?
He's just like, better than yesterday.
Well, good. Good. Basically, same thing I just told them. All right, and we know your specialty is wrecking shit. So, just don't destroy the house unless you absolutely have to. Okay? Like absolutely have to.
I'll try.
And golems are our friends. Don't break them, please, for the love of God. So, okay. I'm gonna. Had Dave and that other golem come back yet?
Not yet.
Fuck.
Alright.
Should we meet back in the piano room? Kind of discuss what we're going to do next?
Mhm.
All right.
Tor's right here, and he is drawing runes on the ground.
What is he drawing?
Tor.
I need a little bit more information than just drawing runes on the ground. What's the intent here?
Oh,
Oh.
wait. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Where where would it be taking us to?
Now, so the next question is, I don't know if I know any of the runes for any other teleportation circles that would be anywhere else in the world, but
Are you?
maybe we can
Are you?
input a random number and leave.
I mean, this is true. I want you to give me a D100. All right. Um. Now, Tor didn't get the D20, the Nat 20. But I would say it would kind of go with the player on that, not the character.
Okay.
But you start doing this, and I mean, it takes a minute. You guys, after about 30 seconds of Tor doing this, you guys hear Grumpy go, help.
He goes, what?
He goes, what?
Help. I could use it in the kitchen. Fuck.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Your noise canceling is really canceling.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I was just peeking the mic, my bad. And I'd like everybody here to give me some lovely initiatives once they get a active combat encounter. There we go. Everyone give me initiatives.
Oh,
Okay.
lovely.
Okay. alright.
Tor, you were still in the middle of casting the circle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you would stop. Or
No,
would
no,
you,
no. I'm trying to
you keep going? Alright, cool. So just so you know, you technically have roughly about 30 seconds left. So that means you have how many rounds? 6 seconds a round?
5.
Yeah, if you got 5 rounds until the thing is ready to go. So,
Music's up.
alrighty. Alright, where's Barry at?
Good question.
Barry's over there. Barry would be near Tor, because Tor seems to be the only person that's been really nice to him, besides Rosie. Alrighty, now that we have this going on, we are going to go to the top of the initiative. It seems to be Grumpy. Grumpy, as you look at him right now, he is... You look at him and it looks like his muscles, instead of bulging as they normally do, they seem to be just a little bit smaller. And he is going to be making an attack on these guys with his great axe. Ooh. Hey, that's a hit. All right, yep, that's a hit. Beautiful.
Okay.
That's great. Great to see, Grumpy. Grumpy does that. Minus 1. So... Wow, there we go. Alrighty. There we go. There we go. My math was off. It's quick math and I'm bad at it. But you guys see as both of these windows seem to be cracked open a little bit. And then we go to the next one in the combat initiative, which is this guy. This guy becomes visible as he seems to just slink out of the shadows being casted on the ground by the walls. And he runs up. He's gonna go right up on over to here. Oh, you guys can't see him still for some reason. There we go. There you go. Now you can see him. He runs up, and Moonerun, he's going to be trying to make an attack on you. And that is going to be a 21 to hit.
Hit.
Alrighty. And you're going to be taking 7 points of damage, and you're going to be taking 3 points to your strength attribute.
Huh.
So 7 points of damage, and then 3 away from your strength.
So, okay.
Alrighty. And that is all that one can do. It is now your turn.
Well, that don't feel right.
Yeah, as it hits you, you feel this sort of necrotic pulse just in your arm, and you feel weaker afterwards.
You okay,
I don't
bud?
like that. Absolutely not.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, we got some work to do.
Alrighty. That's gonna hit.
Okay, we'll roll for damage.
Alrighty, that definitely does some damage.
All right, second attack.
That's gonna hit.
Roll for damage.
Alrighty, and you see
Uh,
as you strike into this thing, and it loses a decent amount of its body, and it's slowly trying to reform from the shadows of this room. It is still standing.
the shadows. Light.
You're gonna. All right, and that's what you say.
Yeah, just. Yeah, I just scream out light.
Alrighty. All right, that's you get another bit of your spell done. All right.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you want to describe how you're doing this or anything like that, but
Tori is sweating, hurriedly trying to finish this so he can help his friends. But this is more important. This is our potential only exit.
It is now this guy. This guy's gonna make an attack on Big Boy. On Big Boy. That's gonna hit. Alrighty, and that's gonna do damage. Oh goodness, that's rough for the big boy. He is now down to from that, and he takes 8 points of damage. Alrighty. And that is all that one can do. What you gonna do over here, Rosie? You heard Moonerun say light. Rosie?
Uh-oh.
Is she still away?
No, she's here. Her
just,
mic. Yeah,
mic
microphone
is-
go burr.
Oh, okay.
Oh, stand by.
Hello?
Stand by.
Hey,
Mm-hmm.
One more
is that
time.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that explains why you guys have been ignoring me. Because you couldn't hear me. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to decide how serious this is, whether I want to use a big old spell. I'll start small. I will do a vicious mockery. No, wait, hold on. What's my radius for shatter again? No, because Grumpy's there. Okay, so what is it called? Vicious mockery at the one closest to me.
Alrighty.
Who does have to do a saving throw?
Well, let's see it in chat, and then let's one closest to you. What do you say?
You're not your best friend's best friend.
That's just kind of harsh.
You see Nico just give
But
her a
it
look
does
that's just like,
succeed.
huh?
It does succeed. It's yeah, it does succeed.
All
So does the damage?
So
Nope,
that
it
is
doesn't take
8
any
damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack
It
roll.
succeeds its
At the end
saving
of its
throw.
next turn. Oh, it succeeds the saving throw. Okay,
Yeah.
let me see. It must succeed or take. Okay, well then,
It takes nothing.
but I guess it doesn't get the disadvantage, does it?
It no, it doesn't. It
Ah.
kind of it hears you say this, and it kind of just tilts its head, just like that's uncalled for. Anyway.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Uh.
Moon and Nico are just looking at her, just like, what the fuck did you just say?
I heard it from a kid down the street. I don't know. I want to hold on to my bonus actions for now, so I'm not going to do anything else. I want to see just how bad this is going to get.
Alrighty. Jimmy, what you gonna do? Nico?
Okay, so we're going to move all the way. Oh, God damn it. Fucking wall. We're going to move all the way over here. We're going to use the. We're going to use the Mimic Dagger on this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
I swear to God, if this thing doesn't fucking hit, I'm gonna be pissed. If we're gonna continue these goddamn rolls like we did last session.
Who knew? That's not gonna hit.
Bonus action, other dagger.
Dagger, dagger.
Stabby, stabby. Please work.
That's a hit.
Oh, now you hit!
It's definitely a hit. Congratulations. You stab into this thing and it goes poof. And you would get sneak attack damage because it is within 5 feet. So.
Oh, okay, so it would be. What was it again?
I have no clue. You definitely got to keep track of that.
Yeah, hang on a second.
So your sneak attack damage at level 8 is 4d6 extra.
4 extra? Okay.
Yep.
So, full slash R. 4d6. Okay. Give me something good!
That's really fucking good. That's damn near max damage. So you stab into this thing and it just goes poof and kind of splatters and poofs all over Munarun.
Ugh!
Yeah.
Sorry! Okay, so that's really everything else I can do. So
Alrighty. Goes over to this guy. This guy goes over here. And he's going to be making an attack on you, Nico.
of course he is.
He's going to be doing that at advantage because he's got flanking.
Tor's not here, but I just want to see what's going on in this room.
Understandable. Nico, you were very lucky as it reaches out. It's almost as if it was meant to be that it just doesn't connect. It reaches out to you, and then a little bit of light kind of shimmers over it, and you see it kind of pull back its hand a little bit as a cloud moves out of the way of the window.
Thank you, Cloud.
Alrighty.
I had
Then-
Hellish Rebuke ready to go too. God damn it.
Then we have this guy who appears.
Oh, come on.
This guy
And then, alright.
comes over, and he's gonna make an attack on Munarun. And that is going to be at advantage. 14 is not gonna hit though, so it
No, it
goes,
doesn't.
and it touches your armor, but it's not able to make place on your skin. And then we go back to the top. Grumpy is going to be making 2 attacks this round.
Please don't hit me. Please watch your aim.
Grumpy is going to be making an attack on the one next to him. He's going to hit it because, I mean, he's got a lot to it. The one next to him is going to poof. As you see him just swing at it and poof. There it goes. It's out of here. It's gone. And then it's going to be making his next attack on the other one in between Moonerun and Nico. That one's going to get hit. Oh, wait. No, you killed that one, right?
Yeah, it
My
went
bad.
poof and
It went
fled
poof
over
already.
Moonerun.
So he's actually with that he's going to move over to this window and using his second attack he's just going to slam the window shut, and then that'll be the end of his turn. Simon, before your turn goes off, you see as
Oh, fuck.
one of these things starts to climb through the window and slink through as this sort of misty black shadow slinks through what seems to be barely an inch wide opening on the window. And then you can see what seems to be another one starting to turn in the shadow, about getting ready to do the same thing.
It's a fucking conga line of them.
And this is going to be like that. And that one goes there. Beautiful. It is now your turn officially.
We got to do something about that other window.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna take another swing at the one right in front of me.
Alrighty. That's definitely gonna hit. That's gonna do some damage. Alright, and that is also gonna hit.
Oh, okay.
And that is gonna kill it as this one just poofs out of non-existence. Alrighty.
You get that window.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk to Miss Pungo Grungy over here and just we need that window closed.
I mean,
Alright.
you do still have your own movement right now.
My own movement? Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Hold on. How much?
You get 30 feet.
You'll be able to make it.
Just got it. No, but I got. Hold on. Gonna do some math real quick. Can I move? I'm gonna try and dash to the window, but within my dash, can I use my Goring Rush to kind of push him back and melee attack this guy?
You have already used your attacks. Let me
As a
see.
bonus action.
Oh, is that a thing that can be? So unfortunately,
Yeah.
no. That Goring Rush only works if you use your action as a dash.
Oh right, action is a dash. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just hold on. I'm trying to do the math here.
You can
be able to make
you
it.
can make it there.
Yeah, you'll be able to go down around.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try and agility my way just through, if it'll let me click.
There you go. And I would say
Just
as a bonus action, you can slam the window shut.
And just
All right.
You can slam it shut, but you can't lock it. Anyway. Did you take the ladle and
grab the soup ladle and I just as a latch.
all right, I'd say yes. That'd be funny. I enjoy that. That's actually that's pretty
Just-
creative.
No soup for you.
I'll give you inspiration for that. That makes me smile. Cause it's stupid and it's great. All right, that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Delicioso.
Literally.
Yeah, right. And then it goes to this guy. This guy, well, he's only got one person next to him, and he's gonna make a swing at that person. It will not be at advantage because his buddy is locked out on the other side of the window.
Okay.
It's gonna be a normal attack. It does not hit you, Moonerun. But as a bonus action, you will see it try to disappear into the shadows. Then that is... Nope. All right, and you see it kind of just slink away into the dim light and the darkness. Right? What's your passive? Yeah. You would see it kind of slink into the shadows and it just disappear into the darkness of the house. Alrighty, it goes over to Tor. Tor is finishing his thing. That means there's only 3 more rounds left before Tor is done with his portal. And that would bring us over to one Rosie.
Okay.
Zephyr,
All
what you
right.
gonna
So
do?
many choices. Okay. Trying to decide how important it is to shut that window.
Window shut.
Okay.
Both windows are shut.
Yeah, but you said it wasn't locked, so I'm now I'm
I
nervous.
have a.
He
I
put
have
a
a soup ladle.
he got a soup ladle locking it. I like
I
that
thought y'all
flavor.
were just
so we're
kidding
good.
about that. All right, in that case, I will do a shatter. Which is the one that kind of disappeared? The one near Nico?
No, the one near Moonaran.
Okay. Then I will aim at where I last saw it. So let me put my area of effect.
I would run.
Alright, I just have to make sure I angle it so it doesn't hit Moon.
And if you do, you do.
Let's see, I think that should do it. Oh, it looks different than it usually does. Alright, that's fine.
Yep. Alrighty, it will be making a deck save. Because as Shattered does. Or Constitution save, my bad.
Constitution, yeah.
It critically fails. Get that damage out.
Oh. Does that mean I get a critical
No.
hit? I know.
Damn.
One can always hope. Alright. Ooh, that's pretty good.
As you see this thing out of non-existence. Alrighty. And yeah, it poofs and you see all this dust and black smoke kind of just disappear. It was a good shatter. Although you do see the walls crack and break.
Don't damage
as,
the house!
as you can see now into
Well,
the
I
dining
did
room.
make sure not to get the window because I knew the window was a bad
Oh.
idea. Because it does do, like, I think it gets advantage on inanimate objects. Non-magical inanimate objects. And I will move just out of the door so that I have an eye on Tor.
Alrighty.
And I can still see the room. And I will give Moon inspiration.
You give Moon
But-
inspiration?
Okay. Yes, let me just put it so that I've got it marked that I've done it. And that's the end.
Alrighty.
It's a D8.
We're gonna add this.
Oh,
guy
that's
to the
weird.
board.
My inspiration didn't reset after my long rest. I'll fix that.
Yeah, that one doesn't reset. You gotta auto reset that yourself.
Okay, I'll fix it. Carry on.
Gotcha. Tor, I know you want to see what's going on. I'm gonna allow you to see through Grumpy, I guess. I do need you back at your spot. Alright?
Back to your post, soldier.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
Do, 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 do. Lovely.
Right.
Everybody's fighting for their lives and Tor's drawing circles on the ground.
Right?
Playing with chalk on the sidewalk.
Playing with chalk and
Hopscotch
such.
with Barry.
Yeah, Barry's like,
I
so,
promise it's
what you doing
important.
over here? What's this
Important
about?
stuff. Shh.
Oh. Alright,
Gotta
and
concentrate.
that's all you do, alright, that's all you do, Zephyr.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for Nico. Nico,
that's
what
it.
you gonna do?
Alright, so I want to change it up a little bit here because obviously the +1 dagger hasn't been working for me, so I'm just going to start off with just a regular dagger
Okay.
at this point. $14.
That would hit.
That would hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No sneak attack damage with this one, or
You would not actually.
Okay.
No, you would, because you go before it.
I would. Okay.
I think. Hold up, I gotta read sneak attack real quick.
Yep,
I think surprise is only the first round of combat.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine.
maybe.
Yep, that's fine. Just one double
Please.
check before I go in.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
only
like
way
what
for
these
you to
guys are
really
capable
get
of.
Sneak attack damage is flanking, and if you were to like be invisible.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, in that case, then we'll just roll for damage.
Yep. So just yeah,
just
roll
add
it for
it.
normal.
Roll for normal.
Alrighty.
Okay. and then-
That's. Alrighty. It's
What?
up. Nope. Keep going. I'm just thinking out
We're gonna
loud.
go again. We're gonna go another dagger bonus action.
All right,
Same
let's
one.
do this.
Just not the +1 one, because that one has that.
That's a nat 20. Let's get this damage in, eh?
Okay. That's a crit damage, right?
Yes.
That's 20.
Alrighty.
All right. So after that, he's just gonna look at his mimic dagger, just like, really? You can't do that shit.
It
And-
growls slightly.
Oh, now you want to talk to me? I look at big guy. He's closed the window, right? But he hasn't locked it.
That's correct.
Okay. Could I roll a dagger over to him just to be like, use this to lock it? Or
I
Well,
mean,
that-
there are
I like-
normal locks for the windows.
there are normal locks. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Then
shutting is a bonus action, and locking it's not. Is
Okay.
also another like full bonus
I
action.
gotcha.
Oh,
Okay,
or
then-
you can do it by using one whole action by shutting and locking.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah. Then that's it for me.
Yeah.
So, I didn't realize that. So
You're
Okay.
fine.
I didn't realize there were normal locks.
Yeah, there are normal locks. You just grabbed the ladle and kind of went, huh,
Look, panic mode, man. Panic mode. Can you blame him?
right? Alrighty, and then it goes over to this boy. This boy is going to be making an attack on you, Nico. 'Cause you're the only one there.
Okay.
Alrighty, that's definitely going to hit.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. How much?
Alrighty.
I'm sorry, what?
So you're going to be taking 11 points of damage, and then you're going to be taking 1 point to your strength.
Can I use Hellish Rebuke?
Yes, you can.
Hell yes. Let's go.
Alright, makes a dexterity save.
Yes. Okay.
It fails, so let's get this damage out.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Come on now. 6.
It is. You see it kind of light a flame for a second, and it looks very hurt now as it slowly kind of. It starts like patting itself out.
Huh, strange. Usually this kills this shit. Okay, whatever.
Alrighty, then we go back to the top. Grumpy locks the window, and he is going to hop over this table. He kind of steps on it, breaking the table. He's like, "Oh, sorry," and he starts looking through through this sort of nice big open spot now.
Oh, I didn't realize I broke it like all the way.
Is there a way to like slap a door on there so we can see through, or?
Yes.
No, not
Damn.
really.
Oh, well. I'm guessing the map's already pre-baked.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can. It's just a lot of extra goof and
Oh, don't even sweat it then.
here we go. 1 second. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Here we go. Whoop, that's not what I wanted. Control Z. Boom, there you go. Now you can see.
Nope.
Oh, you can. If you're within that spot. I forgot to give you access to Grumpy, my bad. Cause I'm doing a lot of things.
No, you're fine. I mean, honestly, I don't need it.
Okay. Anyway, so yes, we continue on with that. Grumpy's kind of looking through this thing, and he notices that one of the windows down here is just straight broken.
Yeah, that's not my fault.
And he sees what seems to be a couple sort of coming through, and he's just like, I don't think we're gonna be able. Fuck. Alrighty. Yeah, that's fun. Goes over to somebody that is currently invisible.
Shitballs.
I don't like that.
So I am going to need Rosie. I'm gonna need you to give me a perception check.
Oh dear. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Perception. Okay. Oh, why did I not? Okay.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Rosie, as you see, right next to you, like just barely passing down, you see what seems to be a heavier shadow than normal. And after about, after a second, you see it start to move. Would you like to take an attack of opportunity? You don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but it is something.
Okay. Attack of opportunity. That has to be like a weapon attack,
It
right?
has to be a weapon, yes.
I've
Unless
got
you have
Morgan's
Warcaster.
dagger. No, that'd be a good thing to seek out one of these days. Okay, I've got Morgan's dagger, so I'll use a dagger. Oh gosh, let's see if I remember how to attack with a freaking dagger.
Pointy end towards enemy.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
I'm not very good at it.
Um,
Okay.
So it goes in there. I gotta quickly draw out the. Boop. Alright, 20.
I don't know why I bothered.
You do see it go off towards what Tor it looks like.
Oh shit!
What?
Yeah.
Did you say
And
it
it's
looks like
bigger.
me?
No, it goes off towards Tor.
Oh, okay.
I will say, if I'm allowed to, I will shout out, "Big one coming!"
You use your reaction in order to be able to make an attack.
Of course. Well, I can't take back the attack, so yeah, we know what I did.
Tor, you might have noticed, possibly. Oh, actually, what's your passive, Tor? It would be 16. 10 plus your wisdom. Yep. Oh, so 13. It'd be 13. Alrighty. No, you would not see this thing coming. Let's see if Barry.
I was like, because I am trying to keep an eye on that door where my friends went through while I'm doing this.
Yep. Unfortunately, it would be going off your passive because you are actively trying to make something. But we can see if our little Barry buddy, because he is also kind of looking around. He's here.
He's my lookout.
Yeah, he's the lookout, and then this boy is also here, so we will let him look as well. This is his lair. Ooh, look at that. Alright, well, that's good to see. Winter, what you gonna do?
Me?
Yes, you heard...
Do I notice any of that going on with the...
Unfortunately, you do not. Only reason why Zephyr noticed was because it went directly past her.
All right. And there's a ton coming up in here.
Grumpy seems to be looking at a window that's broken.
We need to break contact and get out of here. that's out loud in character. I'm gonna make a move towards Nico and try and help him out with the last one over here.
Alrighty.
I go.
Just sneeze on this bitch. That's all you gotta do.
I go.
Just sneeze on this bitch.
I beg you. I beg you. Let me. Thank you.
You might be on ruler, just so you know.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There we go. I have
There
to
you go.
click on. Whoop. Sorry, just don't mind me. Just out of character, just making sure I can move. Hey, Macarena. Okay.
Macarena, huh?
Bop, 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 bop.
Alrighty. That's definitely gonna hit. You literally can kill it with just your pluses. So, you see this thing just into non-existence. Alrighty.
Just flavor, just, and that's it.
Alrighty.
Oh, thank God.
The house golem, you see him. Tor, you see as this house golem goes from being up against the wall to being alive and running right on over to here, and you see him go to stab down this one wielding a flail. As he goes to swing down.
What the hell is that?
And he misses his first attack.
Do we hear the running by chance?
Oh yes, you guys would hear the running of this house golem.
Boom, boom, boom,
As he
boom,
slams down into the ground, you can hear the shattering of some wood. And then, Tor, you would see it lift the flail back up, swing it again, go right down, and this thing connects with something.
Don't destroy the house!
His house,
And-
his rules, kind of, sorta.
Right? And at that moment, Tor, you see this thing pop out of the ground, and this one seems to be a lot more defined than the rest. As it gets sort of crumpled in, and it stands. And that is the end of the house golem's turn. Tor, it's your turn. You keep it on, so you only got 2 more turns.
Oh damn! I thought this was the 4th round. All right.
This would be the 4th, so yes. No, this would be the 3rd, because last was 3 turns. Last was
So
2.
last
So no. So last one was saying that was the 2nd round. This is round 3 right now, up at the top of the turn order.
Okay.
So you can see that. Alrighty. And
Oh shit. Okay.
yes. Okay. Cool.
Shatter.
Yep.
At
It is
the-
indeed your turn.
Big boy.
The big boy.
Alright. Yeah, let me get this thing placed so I don't hit the golem. Lovely.
Alrighty. It will be making a con save. It succeeds, so it takes half damage to see the damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought I clicked it, but it didn't work. Okay, let's try again.
It will be taking 6 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay. And I will. Ooh, do I want to move closer? I'll move it a teeny bit closer, just so that I'm within distance of the teleportation circle. So like right here. Yeah, that's less than 30 feet to the circle. And that's I will do nothing else.
Alrighty. And that's it. Alrighty, Nico, it's your turn.
Okay, so that guy's gone. I'm just gonna make a beeline. Oops, shit. Nope. Gonna make a beeline for the door just to see what the hell's going on.
Alrighty, this is where you would see that one of the house golems is currently in a fight with one that looks to be a bit more defined, a bit stronger looking. And this one is wielding what seems to be a shadow blade. A blade made of shadows.
Okay. I'm just gonna be. Okay. I'm gonna run up behind it.
Shadow assassin.
Alrighty.
And I run up to myself. Okay, we'll try you again, and we're gonna try to +1 dagger again.
Alrighty. This
Uh,
one looks like it's got a little bit more meat on the bones. Maybe it'll see that as
maybe.
something good. And it does.
Hey.
Look at that. All right, let's see this damage, eh?
Sneak attack damage or no? Just because
Um,
I'm up behind it.
Yes, because you would have advantage.
Okay. So we'll roll sneak attack first.
Alrighty.
18.
18 points of damage, and then
Do a regular dagger, right?
Yep.
Or no? Okay.
yeah, just your damage to your dagger, which
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Hey.
So 24 points of damage.
Okay, and then bonus action. We're gonna grab regular dagger and try our luck with that.
Alrighty. You do not get sneak attack with this one.
Right. 14.
14 is gonna hit,
Okay.
and it's another 6 points of damage.
Hell yeah! There we go. We got a total of 30 points of damage on this bitch.
Alrighty. Boom. Beautiful. Perfect. I like it. Alrighty. Then we go over to this guy's turn. Yes, that one. And it has that amount of movement. That should be that should be right around there. There we go. Goes to the next round. Grumpy's turn. Grumpy sees that. Grumpy's like, another one went into the shadows. Ah, great. Okay, fuck it. Let's get out of here. Grumpy runs out over here, and he kind of takes a defensive position. Hack, are you there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I was worried that you fell asleep.
No, I got a little bit of headache, so I'm just kind of like resting my head back.
Gotcha. Okay. It goes to this guy's turn. This guy is now stuck between a rock and a hard place, so he's going to be making attack on Nico. Because Nico's the one that hurt him a lot. Nico, that's going to be a 15 to hit. I think that's going to damage.
Yep.
Or silvery barbs.
Wait. No. Nope. Don't worry about that.
No?
Zephyr. Nope. How much points of damage?
So, 1 second. Let me finish up with
Okay.
getting all the rolls.
Okay.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So, you were going to be taking 10 points of piercing damage and then 14 points of necrotic. And then
Okay.
4 points to your strength.
4 points to my strength.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you really should have let me silvery barbs that.
It's okay. Hellish Rebuke.
Yep, that's a reaction you can do.
We're fucking doing this shit.
It needs to make a dexterity save.
Miss bitch. Come on.
It does.
It
Which is
misses?
surprising. Yep, it fails.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Ooh, 17 points damage. That's not bad.
That's why I'm doing damage, motherfucker. Let's go.
What's your strength at currently?
My strength.
Yes.
5.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's no
Yeah.
bueno.
No.
Well, he does get another attack, so...
Yeah, we're struggling a bit here. Okay.
19's gonna hit.
Can I silvery barbs this one?
Yes, you can.
Hard.
It will make another attack
Thank
roll.
you.
10 is not gonna hit. Alright.
And I will pass the advantage to Nico because I think he's going to need all the help he can get.
Mm-hmm.
You call me weak.
That's the end of his turn.
I feel like you're probably going to have a hard time being weak. Yes.
It is getting a little bit hard for you to hold your own dagger at this point, as you feel the
That's not
strength
good.
kind of sapping out of you. This one kind of just. This house golem will go on the next house golem turn. Moonerum, what you gonna do?
No.
Moonerum, you're muted.
I am going to exit the room. I'm gonna exit. Okay, so
Angrily?
I'm gonna exit the room angrily.
Yep.
What is that? 15 feet, right?
Yep.
Shut the door behind me, locking it, making sure. Are there any gaps that I can see, or are we good from this?
I mean, there is indeed a gap underneath the door. It's that, like, half-an-inch gap. You don't know if that's too small for it to go through or not.
Well, we're just gonna have to free ball it. I'm gonna use the last of my movement to close in with this last, with this one right here. How's he looking?
He's looking hurt as fuck.
Yeah, buddy.
We're gonna make him regret being born.
Please do.
Or being spawned.
That's gonna hit.
Okay.
That's that amount of damage.
Is he still up?
He's still up.
You know what? I don't feel like making another roll, so we're just gonna use this.
Alrighty. Let's see that damage. Ooh, and you are correct. You will not have to make another roll. As you swing into this thing, how do you want to do this? Saving Nico. You see Nico
bad is
get
Nico looking?
stabbed. You see Nico get stabbed, and you kind of see his grip loosening on his daggers, as it looks like it's a little bit hard for him to keep his own body weight up right now.
As I'm
Oh,
coming
wait.
up.
Well, need
Oh,
for a reason.
I mind 100%. As I'm coming up, right, I'm not swinging. I'm running in, and I'm just going to drive my blade white hot with my fucking smite just straight up into this creature. Is there some push behind it? Is there any give?
As you push into him, it kind of just as your blade radiates with radiant damage, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's radiant. Yeah.
Yeah. As it kind of radiates with this radiant light, this kind of holy light, you see it go up into the air as it kind of just. You see it grabbing at the sword that's currently embedded in its chest, and then it and just crumbles around the blade.
Good. By the way, Nico, you get 2d8 plus, what level am I? You get 13 plus 8, 21. That's how much health you get back.
Oh, thank God. Okay. That's great. But still feel a little weak here on this side. You know, health is fine, but... strength is
Oh,
kinda-
yeah, no.
Moonerun
I need
also.
to pump some iron.
Moonerun, your armor is
It feels
feeling.
heavy.
It feels fucking heavy. It seems like you're just barely able to move around in it at this point. It is. Well, I mean, it's not too bad, but it's pretty fucking heavy. It's heavier than it was before.
Yeah, my shoulders are a little achier. The pauldrons feel like they've got more heft to them than they did before.
Yeah. And then it goes over to the House Golem. House Golem strikes a defensive stance. And then after a couple minutes, you guys hear... or not after, but like a little bit later, you hear Dave be like, "Oh, the ware's collapsed. It is not in a good way. It seems like whoever left this place is... Well, last guy who lived here definitely kind of fucked up that somehow. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I don't. Oh fuck! What the hell's going on here?"
A lot. Actually, yeah.
All right. Dave's just gonna run on over the tour and be like, "Call help, my buddy. Anything I could do?" Oh shit! Never mind. I don't know magic.
Nope, not really. Just stay out of the way and make sure no one touches it.
He nods, gives a thumbs up, and pulls out his dagger. All right, and then it goes to Tor. Tor, you have one more round to go before the spell is complete. Rosie, what you gonna do? You can see one shadow down here.
Yeah, only one shadow. Oh gosh. I'm gonna trust that Nico's close enough to get himself to that teleportation circle.
I'm
Give
good.
him that heavy armor.
I don't have heavy armor. The fuck you out about?
Oh, for goodness sake. Alright, I'll just vicious mockery this other thing. Okay,
It's a
where is
wisdom
it?
check.
You're so weak, Nico could take you on right now.
Hey, fuck you.
He had to make his saving throw. I should have waited.
It did indeed make its saving throw as you say that it goes and looks at you and then looks at Nico and then looks at you and it's just like
At the time, Zephyr just see Nico just giving her the bird, just like really, really, like it's like shaking, wobbly.
Sorry, friendly fire.
We're gonna have
It
to
in
talk
fact
about
does
this
damage
fire
to
shit.
Nico and not the enemy.
yeah, it actually
And I
just
will
makes Nico
use-
upset.
And I will
God damn
Emotional
get half the way
damage.
to the circle.
it. Emotional damage.
I will get a halfway there. How's Grumpy looking health-wise? Poor Grumpy. Always gets hurt.
Grumpy looks relatively okay. He does look a little bit weaker, but he looks to be the strongest person in the room right now, outside of the
Alright.
golems.
Then I will end it there.
Alrighty. Nico, what you gonna do?
Okay. That circle done yet? Where we at? Tor?
Huh?
Circle done? Where we at?
Why is everybody rushing me? I think I'm almost done.
Okay, alright, fine.
Just, life or death. Nothing
Yeah.
important. You're doing
I'm
great, Tor. Keep it
aware.
up.
Feel a little weak over here. Barry, can you help him out? Speed up a
I
little faster.
I'm not. I can't read.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought you could read shit.
I'm a rat.
Hey, speak!
As you see, Barry's just like, I'm a rat, and then he points off towards. Maybe he can. Is that thing close enough? It is not close enough.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Nico's just gonna... He's not going to engage this guy right here. He's just gonna slowly, gingerly make his way over to the circle, just ready to go whenever it's completed.
Gotcha.
But he has his daggers out, ready to go in case someone decides to say, "Ooh, fresh meat," because someone called me weak.
Someone wouldn't let me eat silvery barbs.
Look, mistakes were made in the first half, right? Let's not talk about that shit. And that's it for me. I'm not.
This guy is gonna be making his.
God damn it.
Movement. Oh, it can. And it will.
No.
As it sees the weakest person in the party right now, physically.
Uh-oh.
And this guy appears next to Nico as the shadows of the room kind of bend in.
I play cat.
Oh.
Huh?
I said I play cat. My cat just jumped in my lap.
Alright.
I'll
Nico, let us see if this hits you. Is a 14 gonna hit?
Yeah, just barely.
Alrighty.
You want me to? Nope.
Yes.
Okay.
It's too late. Damage already went
Yeah.
out.
You told me I'm not supposed to do it no more.
Alrighty. Nico, you are going to be taking 8 points of normal damage and then 4 points to your strength.
Motherfucker!
I don't know he can do that every time. Oh no.
Wait, how much damage to his strength?
4.
4? He's at 5. He's at 1. He's on
I'm
the
at
ground.
1 now. Yeah.
You're on the ground. You
Whoa.
can't even
What
stand.
happens when you get to 0?
You
Your
die.
heart,
Fucking
your
no.
heart's a muscle,
Fuck.
and this is attacking
Sorry,
your strength.
Nico.
What is the D&D equivalent of CPR? Who's certified?
Medicine
I
check?
think you would definitely know
don't-
how to do that.
Yeah. No, Zephyr, come over.
Alrighty, we go back up to the top. Grumpy sees this thing in front of him, and then sees more as this window shatters and this thing pops through. And then you guys hear shattering from the other rooms,
Stop breaking my house!
Always Nico.
and you guys
Always
can
me,
see these
fine.
shadows start to sort of come in. The only thing that's really keeping this place together right now seems to be
Whoa!
the strength and the willpower of the light that's starting to come off of Tor's spell in the middle.
We gotta go.
Am I hallucinating? There are more of them.
As you collapse, as you're like kind of lying down on the
Yeah.
ground after this thing kind of reached out and grabbed you. And it's just like, am I hallucinating?
Why does everything hurt?
Right? And then it goes, Grumpy. Grumpy says, oh, fuck.
Everything hurts and I'm in pain.
Moonoran, get him out of here. And Grumpy sort of runs
say?
towards the center. And he's gonna rage. Fully, he's raging.
Big guy.
Big guy. And you see as Grumpy is, well, you're just gonna see him start wailing on people, and for the sake of that, you see him puff one of them, and then another one hits him, and then he smashes down onto that guy. You guys hear more start to break other windows throughout the house. And then we're gonna go to that guy. That guy would be running and attacking this boy. They fight. Moonarum, what you gonna do? You see one, as you turn around, you can see one just barely on top of Nico.
He has to sneeze on me at this point. That's all it is.
Fuck.
As Nico
I'm gonna-
is prone on the ground.
Why did you go so far away?
We're going to. All right.
I'm being accosted by my cat.
Gonna hit him with the fuck you stick.
That is a fuck you stick. Let's see this damage. This is a crit.
It's a nat 20, right?
Yes, it is. That's crit damage.
I am going to slurp. Does he have a soul that I can slurp?
You don't know.
We're gonna find out.
I'm gonna try and slurp his soul.
Alrighty, it's something that kind of just happens, like, naturally. So,
My
All right. Well, I'm just gonna roll, or does it?
Don't serve a soul. Just get my strength
it
back.
succeeds. So let's get the damage out. You see as it tries to suck in its soul, and it kind of just, as you see all the sand start to get pulled in and all these ash start to get pulled into this thing, it's slowly trying to reach down towards Nico again. It is looking hurt. It's still standing though. Divine
He's
Smite.
dead,
All
look,
right, let's see how much
I'm gonna use a
damage.
first level spell slot, so we're gonna make that 2d8.
Gotcha. And at that, as you slash into it, you see the sand start to pull. It survives the first attack, and then you're like, "Fuck it!" And as halfway through the slice, it lights up, and you see it go, and you hear the sizzling as it pops out of non-existence. Out of existence.
Oh!
Nico
it's
still
gone.
prone on the ground.
Tell me it's gone. Please, for the love of God, tell me it's gone.
It's gone.
Oh my God.
Tor, you finish the spell, and it is getting ready for you to take off.
Just someone roll me over there.
Oh no, that's a permanent fixture. It's not like a.
Not temporary.
It's we have to like activate it and choose where we're going.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So after I finish that spell,
You don't exactly know any runic spot, like any
What state right now?
specific area. So
yeah, I don't know any other sequences for a runic circle.
yeah.
Oh fuck. What is
What?
this guy doing right now?
I do have this that I can do.
Dave is kind of on top of Nico, and he's kind of
Don't say
picking
it
him
like
up.
that.
Well, no, you see him kind of like go. So he sits one leg in between your legs, kind of grabs you, and then lifts you up onto his shoulders, like doing one big rock motion. And he's like, "All right, I'm not gonna let you die. All right, brother, I got you."
Aww.
You
So
still
wait.
owe people money, you bitch.
And I owe you some money. That's why I'm not gonna let you die. Come on.
Fuck, whatever. Get the fuck out of here.
Do I have do I still have a turn, or did that finish or take my turn?
So you finishing it kind of like took up that turn. You do have a bonus action right now.
Bonus action. I don't think I have any bonus action. Yeah, I do, but not the time to use that. I'm going to put in a random sequence to see if I can connect.
Alrighty. Give me the
Oh,
give me the
God.
D100, and I will allow you to plus 20 on that because of the first D100. 77. All right.
That's plus 20. That's exactly what I got last time.
Was it? I don't remember.
I got a 76 last time. I scrolled up.
Yeah, it was
Gotcha.
76.
All right. As you kind of put in the sigil, you see it start to flicker. Just.
Come on,
Ooh, free lights.
work.
And then you see as this thing is activated.
All right, before anybody hops in, I don't know where this is going.
Oh, fuck.
Away
Get
from
out
Somewhere
of
here.
better than here.
By the way,
Uh,
this could put us on the other side of the continent.
This
That's
could
not
put you on the
good.
other side of the world.
Yeah.
That's really not good.
It could honestly put us in a different plane of existence as well.
New campaign.
fuck.
Who knew? All right, I wasn't
can't-
expecting this today.
I can do something else, but I'm gonna need more time. Meaning next turn.
What the I don't think we have the
Alrighty.
time. I don't think we have the time.
So, Zephyr, what you gonna do here? You do see this sort of portal this portal kind of appear,
All right.
from the circle, and it
I'm gonna
seems
yell at-
to be because of the amount of stress and the fact that it doesn't know quite where it's going. It's kind of like flickering on and off because well, you don't know what's going on with it, to be quite frank. It's stable, but it's looking rough. So you see this, you could be the first one to go through.
I'm gonna yell at Grumpy. Grumpy, are you gonna move your ass, or am I gonna move it for you?
Just fucking do your spell. I'll be all right. Get the hell out of here.
Dimension door. I'm getting Grumpy.
All right. So you're gonna dimension door behind him.
Yep.
Alrighty. And I'm assuming you reach through the
Oh,
portal.
hold on. I said it in the wrong order. First, I run to him, grab him, then I cast Dimension Door to put us in the circle. I said that out of order.
Okay. And at that point, you grab him. He's like, "Fuck! Damn!"
Just don't make the same mistake I made, dude. Just take it and run.
And then
You can die for us tomorrow.
I wasn't planning on dying.
Roll with it, big boy.
And then, so the other dimension door pops you out in the circle.
Yeah. I said in the wrong order. First, I run to him,
Yep.
and then I dimension door the both of us into the circle,
All right. So,
or rather, adjacent to us, if that's gonna like blow up the world.
so you dimension door yourselves into the circle right next to it, essentially, and you guys, as you pull him through, because he is raging right now, as he's just, you guys see a bit of the dust kind of just pop through the door, and then you see as these two go from the door directly into the portal, and these two are no longer on the battlefield.
Remember, Moon, you still have inspiration, and Nico, you have advantage.
Now she
Alrighty.
tells me.
And at this point, it goes up to the top,
Yeah.
and these guys.
Your job to remember.
You see these guys as they start to close in, and a couple other knights, or the other golem runs out over here, and another one comes running out this hallway. This one runs up to Tor, and in his hand there seems to be this small crystal. And it goes and tries handing it to Tor.
Wait, what hands me? What?
So the house seems to be handing you this small circle crystal that seems to be sort of like a small little ember. Inside it looks like there's a fire burning, like almost like a fire in a hearth.
What do I do with this?
And it's just like, or you hear the clanking of metal as it trying to like hand it to you.
Emphasize clanking.
I take it.
All right. And as you grab it, you see this specific golem just crumble, and then you start seeing the ones in front of you start to.
Oh, is this the heart of the house?
Oh my god!
As you see the ones in front of you, as light starts emanating from them. Munarun, you are next in the turn order, so do you run towards the portal?
Does Dave still have still have Nico on his back?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What about Barry? Is Barry gonna come with us?
I mean, Barry is looking at this portal kind of in awe. It's up to you whether or not you pick Barry up and scoop him or not.
As I'm running towards the portal, I just grab Barry and just kind of stuff him in
Barry's
my
like,
pauldron.
"Oh,
Hey, buddy, we're leaving.
alrighty." Munarun, you run through the portal, and then it goes to the first golem. You see this golem as it's glowing, and it seems as if sunlight is breaking through, and it goes. Poof! Nico and Tor, you see as one of these golems explode, and you see these three kind of just vanish, and then it just seems to be the armor vaporized, and then the one in front of you is holding stance with a great sword, as it itself is also starting to light up.
Thank you, house.
And the golem just nods. And Tor, do you hop through or do you wait for them to go through, then go?
I'll step forward and science something real quick.
Alrighty, what you gonna science?
I'll do it.
Science something.
Daylight? Alrighty. As that goes on, you see these things just kind of shrink up as they go from being this amorphous thing to being more solid. And then these things start, the ones in the back, they do the same, but they keep moving forward as they get more solid, the closer they get to you. And at this point, Nico, Dave is like, "All right, buddy, it's time to go. Let's go."
Yeah,
I see that that didn't make them disappear, and I am like, yep, into the circle.
Let's go. Yep, goodbye. Fuck all you. Take your house.
Alrighty.
Can I drag this golem with me?
It seems to be almost as bright as the sunlight you're producing in your hands. Or as the daylight is wherever you set it down and wherever it's being produced. You can try if you'd like.
One of you has to survive. Come with me.
It looks at you and it just looks at you as it points to its chest, and you can see like a different color light just emanating from it, and it shakes its head
Mm,
as if it might be too late.
you were the best house. I will protect your heart.
And then as you fall through the portal, you see it run up to the runes in front, and as it goes from being extremely bright, you see it reach down into the wood that you rode it on, and it rips up one of the pieces as the portal closes as you fall through, closing down the scene, ending combat.
Now the question is, where the fuck did we go?
Now the question is, where the fuck did you go? So we are going to do a lovely thing here, where we're going to go to the overworld. Now, I want you guys to see each one of these cities right here, or each one of these, states, essentially. At this moment, I am going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to need someone to roll me a d20. All right.
Question. Oh, never mind.
Alrighty. And I went 1.
Was Zephyr included in that? Those?
Yeah, Zephyr went through already.
No, Hafford.
Hatford. So
I thought you were counting.
Hatford was not included. It may be a very big city for trade and whatnot. The reason why it's such a good middle point is because there is no teleportation circles.
Okay.
Nobody can link themselves there in order to kind of like take control.
Bitch, I want to go home. Fine.
Right. Anyway, I gotta recount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, I never thought I was coming back to this country, but alrighty. You guys, the first two people to sort of land in this area, can we get some like completely different vibe music? I need like
We're gonna.
You should count from 10 from the other side.
Oh, I counted from over here first.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then went over.
If you counted from the other side, we'd be in that C Salabian.
Yeah, maybe. Oh well. Unfortunately, it goes with the closest one to it. Alrighty. So, at this point, Zephyr, you pop out with Grumpy. You seem to be inside a monastery. You look around and there's monks. They see you they simply have their heads sort of turned to the side. There's humans. There's a dwarf. It's primarily humans though, at this monastery. And then a couple seconds later, the next one to have gone through would have been Moonarun with Barry, and Moonarun kind of lands on top of you. Barry falls out onto the ground. And Barry's like, "What the fuck did I?"
I don't know.
And then not even half a second later, Nico and Dave plop out on top of Moonarun. uh, on top of Zephyr. And then finally Grumpy's like, get out the way! And he just kind of pulls you guys. And then you would see, as the portal starts to flicker, you would see Tor kind of like fall backwards onto her shell, and he's where the rest of you would have been, if Grumpy didn't rip you out of the way. And you guys seem to be surrounded by a bunch of different monks of ages, all ages. And
They're not mad at us, are they?
no, they're just looking at you and then looking at their circle, and theirs seems to be etched into stone, not with chalk, but more
Traditional, permanent.
yeah, proper
It's
permanent.
been chiseled in and
It's been chiseled in, and it also looks like it's been inlaid with gold and platinum and silver. Inside the center of this one, rather than being a very intricate sigil, it's actually a stone. It looks like to be... Nico would know, definitely this looks like to be a diamond about the size of a head.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Um,
Ooh, that's pretty.
no touchy.
Not touchy, yeah.
Tor's
Very-
gonna
very-
scramble up and look to the close person next to him and be like, where are we? Where are we? I'm talking to the monks.
the first monk looks at you and covers his mouth. And then kind of does...
Silence.
He does a shushing motion. And then... and then he kind of like waves for you guys to follow him.
Okay.
These monks are wearing robes that are... they're very ornate. They're not like plain monk robes. Everyone in this room, though they vary from age, they all seem to be older than 40. And their robes have these sort of really intricate sort of patterns from... it's like blue, yellow, and then purple sort of stitchings all throughout, making these very rectangular but smooth looking patterns throughout it. What was your question?
I was gonna say, do I still have my green and gold toga?
You do.
Hastily put that on to try to look a little bit more proper, I guess.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming you guys follow this guy?
Hmm?
I mean, I'm being carried right now, so I don't think I really get a choice in the matter.
Yeah. You're being carried, and Dave's just like, oh my god. I have a bad, I've got a bad feeling about this there, brother. I don't think we're.
You say you got a bad feeling?
I don't think we're.
It's a poker, you don't get involved.
Of course not. I mean, of course not. But I don't think we're in the Arcadian Confederation anymore.
I don't think these guys gamble.
Well, not with that attitude.
Fucking Dave kind of chuckles. Like, he's right. No, I've played poker with monks before.
I look back at them as we're walking. I go, shh.
Hmm.
Sorry.
And other monks around, they all put their fingers up to their lips. And then you guys start following him through this large temple. This temple is very, it's like, kind of looks like a Nepal style temple, like made out of stone. If you played Overwatch, you know, the Nepal map,
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
very reminded of that.
Okay.
And there, you guys see as this one monk keeps looking back, waving at you guys to follow him. You guys walk through these long hallways, and eventually out to this major courtyard. And in the center, you see a Goliath with tattoos that seem to be the same color as the. I believe I said there was purple stitching, right? Or was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The purple stitching. It seems to be the same colors of the stitching, but it looks as if it's tattoos sort of running all over his body that also seem to seamlessly look like it's part of the pattern of his robes. And you see him training with what looks to be younger children. They all have their heads shaved as initiates and whatnot. And the one monk, as you guys make it to the courtyard, says, "Thank you for shutting up when asked. We do not speak in the halls of the temple."
I had figured something of the similar. I tried to get my friends to hush.
How is it that you all found your way?
We're from the Rockinginian Empire, and we're being besieged by... What?
You see him as he kind of tilts his head and says, "Rockagian."
Uh-oh.
What is that? We
a
are.
country.
Where is this?
You are in Nitoland.
Do any of us know where that is?
Everyone can give me a history. Except for Tor. Tor can do it at disadvantage.
Poor little dick.
Alright, history it is.
Damn, Nico. The one person I thought would know actually does know. Zephyr, you don't know. Tor does not know.
Adoy.
Moonerun does not know. Dave definitely doesn't know, and neither does Big Guy.
What about Barry?
No.
Does Barry know?
Barry doesn't know. I'm not even gonna roll. Barry became sentient 4 months ago.
He's also well traveled.
He is not.
He's not that well traveled.
It's like, once again, he's a rat.
Yeah.
Who
Like,
flies on a
not
bird?
We are about as close to on the other side of the world as possible.
Oh no.
Oh,
But,
Nico.
go ahead.
Nico, you, as he says, Nitoland. You
Oh, shit.
definitely have this deep sigh as you're like,
We're on the other side of the goddamn world.
It doesn't matter. I should be able to get us back. Tell me that you have... I look back to the monk. It's like, please tell me that you have a directory of sequences for the circles you're connected to.
we do not. Ours is only connected to another plane.
Oh god, no.
Which brings us to the question.
Uh-oh.
How did you get here? Are you from...
I did it. No, we're not from the other plane. I know how to do the magics of the teleportation circle, but I didn't know a sequence, and I put it in a random one, and it brought us here. And now our entire side of the country is going to be devoured by the undead, and we have no way to stop them. And Tor kind of just collapses on the ground.
Well,
You did the best you could.
you've tried very hard. For the time being, you all should rest.
Yes, please.
So, how you doing, buddy? That good? Okay. I'm
Tor's been
sorry.
through a lot, and Mental adrenaline is gone, and now he's collapsing under the mental burden of everything at the moment. So he's like 1,000-yard stare, just sitting there.
Oh God. They said they could hold the gate for a couple days. We just had to
Don't
figure
worry,
it out.
it'll take months to get home.
Do
Oh.
you have a library or something, place where we can books, scrolls, anything that we can study to try and figure out a way to get back?
Unfortunately, our library is only of our own history. Of the Columbius Mountains.
Do you know anybody? Do you have any people that you know help? Oh no.
We only have one trader that makes the trek up here to accumulate our wine and bring us money from that. He
Dave,
also
no
buys
wine.
us things that we may need from the capital.
And where is the capital located?
3 weeks by buggy and horse.
Okay.
After a week trek down the mountain.
Fuck.
We do have a faster way down the mountain that the kids like to do.
Oh shit.
And after a little bit, this guy kind of like looks off, and then you see the Goliath kind of finishing. All this time you've been hearing ha 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 ha, you know, as people were practicing. This Goliath tells them all to stop and tells them the rest, and the kids kind of scatter out to their own areas. And the Goliath walks up to you and says, "Welcome. Who are these people, brother?" And the human who's been talking to you this whole time goes, "Wayward souls that found their way to our doorstep
I
from
have no idea.
another land not heard of."
A matter of life and death, as I kind
Oh.
of gesture towards Nico, basically looking like a deflated balloon.
Yeah, it just at that point Nico is just like he just slumped over across Dave, and you just hear like the mutterings of a madman at times, just like, motherfucker, I'm gonna where the fuck are we?
Ooh, I can help you with that. And you just see him pick up Nico off of Dave's shoulders, and he's like,
Yeah, basically.
and he does it
Just like, yeah, just,
one-handed.
like,
He's
flapping in the
just.
breeze.
And you guys, taking more of a look around, would see these lines that are just filled up with like different sort of flapping fabrics and whatnot. It looks very pretty. If you were here under any other circumstances, it'd be kind of like a very interesting sight, a very pretty sight. And it does feel a bit colder here, and there's snow around. But yeah, he kind of picks up Nico, and he's just like, "Anyone else who is feeling under the weather, please follow me. We've got very rejuvenating springs here."
Yay, a hot tub.
Did
Uh.
any else words? My brain muscle know we're good no more.
Look,
Yeah,
I'm the
you
one
should
with
probably, go in there.
I'm the one with I'm the one with 1 point of strength here. Okay, I have every right to act like that shit.
My int is 8. Leave me alone.
Ah.
Anybody else get touched? as I just kind of just trudge along, following Nico.
Nico hears that. He turns around and just gives this look of. Did you just fucking say that?
You got touched real bad, okay?
I mean, I got a strength of 8, but baby, I was born this way. I'm fine.
You're built
ahead.
different. Him, he was meant for other things.
Tor, what was that roll for?
I will message you.
Okay.
Oh, secret.
By the way, Tor, you would see, as you're kind of slumped on the ground, 1,000 yards there, Barry, kind of like walks up to you and like tries to hop on the back of your hand. Alrighty.
Messaged you.
Just a quick side note. Ellie just sent me a snap. We're on the big TV, guys. We've made it.
Yeah, we are.
Woo!
We've made it. We're famous.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
We're in a real tight spot.
Gotcha. Barry, Tor kind of just like hops up on the back of your hand, and then tries climbing up the side of you, and then as he tries to, do you do anything?
No.
All right, he kind of just like climbs all the way up the back of your shell once he gets to a certain point, and then goes right onto your beak. And he just kind of starts poking one of your nose holes, poking the other one, and he's just like, thank you for saving my life. With that thing. You
I
there?
don't know if I've saved any of you.
Well, I mean, we're alive for another while longer, so that's a win.
But at what cost?
Oh, who knows? Besides, they did have a way out in case of emergency, so they hopefully make their way out. Do you have that weird shiny thing?
Reaches into my satchel on my chest and I cradle the ember in my hands.
Oh, you cradle the very perfect spherical stone.
Yeah.
That looks like there's a little fire on the inside. He's like, that's pretty. Well, I mean, think that needs to get back home, don't you?
Yeah, but how?
Walking.
We're on the other side of the world.
Well, time to catch up with your friends. And we can think about that in a little bit. Listen, you were one of the few that were nice to me. Everyone else kind of gave me death threats, so,
Equal terrorist asshole.
Have I ever talked shit to the rat?
No, I know Nico did, definitely.
No, you haven't, but you also haven't really said anything to him.
I
Yeah, I just
picked him
kind of
up
just vibed with him. I've never.
off of my nose and I set him on the ground next to me and go, "You're a living creature. You have a right to life. Plus, you're intelligent and kind of funny.
Thank you.
I just." I don't think anything could have prepared me for this.
Oh, no, definitely not. But
I left a very small island, it seems like years ago now. And this world is a lot more than I thought it would be.
do you know how I became what I am now?
I honestly have no idea. I thought you were born like that.
Nope. One point in time, I was just a normal rat. So, here, pick me up. Let's catch up with your friends, and I'll tell you on the way.
Does so.
And he sits down, and he, with his tiny little rat hands, goes, "Well, I was captured, and I was going to be fed to a large fish, but instead, there was this weird, bright light, and then a couple minutes later after that, there was this weird thing that kind of just like popped out of nowhere. And, well, boom! I got these weird magic powers. I could start talking. I could stand on my back legs more than just a couple feet. And, I can... And then you kind of just see him, like, reach out his hand, and then, like, a small little mage hand, bigger than his body, kind of appears. And he's just like, and then I could do that. And then he kind of climbs on it, and it holds him up for a bit. And then he climbs back on your hand, and he's just like, but, it's really cold. It's not very warm. So I don't like you doing that unless I have to.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah. I heard this weird voice go. And then I could do all that stuff.
How odd.
Yeah. And at this point, you would catch up with the rest of your party as the Goliath is just like... and with the rest of the party, would you be asking this large Goliath anything?
Where the hell are we going?
We're going to the springs, of course.
Oh, yay.
They've got magic properties.
Awesome.
Mutters under my breath, we don't have time for this.
And then, after a little bit longer, you guys come out of this courtyard into what seems to be a path. And a little bit over the road, you can see this very large rope bridge with these large sort of pillars and holding it up on either side.
I'm sorry, what?
Very large rope bridge. And he's like, over there we go. And then he starts walking along it, holding Nico. Nico, you can only look down. It's long.
I'm looking down!
It's very far down. And eventually you guys come up upon these springs on this other mountain that seems to be much smaller, but another temple is sort of built on top of it. And he says, "You may speak in here. It is no worries." Let me just, as he opens up a curtain, he tosses Nico right in. Nico, you splash into the water, and it's... And after a couple seconds, you feel yourself go back to normal. You may return your stats to what they once were.
He just pops up out of the water, just like, I'm free, motherfuckers, let's go!
And he says, "Please refrain from that type of language."
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry about that. It's just, my apologies.
Exciting.
I know new land is, we've had a long, stressful couple of weeks, months. It's been a good long while, so I greatly appreciate everything that you've done for me. And
Dinner,
for my friends.
dinner will be at the third bell ring.
Third bell. Okay.
I don't even know if we have time for dinner.
Well, no. Wait a minute here. Hold on. Let's.
What are we gonna
rejuvenate
do?
ourselves
What
with
can we
aspects.
do
Exactly. We need to.
today?
We need to figure out exactly where we're at in the country. We need to figure out our next point of attack, and we can't do that on an empty stomach. So, we will help them out just as they graciously helped us out, and then we'll plan our next move and go from there. Okay. These guys have been nice to us. Okay. I'm not gonna, I personally ain't gonna do anything to screw them over and stuff. So
Well, we're not going to screw them over, but with all due respect to the pending end of the world and all that, just we'll help them out within reason.
right.
At this point, Tor has slid into the water and has not resurfaced.
Tor, as you're under the water, you can feel as this sort of warmth resonates within you. As the springs are hot springs indeed, but you look down at the bottom of the pond or this sort of spring, and you see as a light swirls from within.
I'm gonna try to swim to the bottom.
You go towards the bottom. It's not too deep. It's maybe the deepest part's about 10 feet. And it just seems to be like a small light producing a small current that goes up.
Going to find a spot on the bottom to just rest, and I'll stay there for probably about an hour and a half.
Alrighty. Moonaran, I'm assuming you hop in the water?
I'm not gonna get into the water completely. Like but if I take off like the lower half of my armor and just kind of dip my toes, will that be enough to reconstitute my strength?
No.
I am going to full send in.
Alright. Do you do it with your armor on?
No, I'm going to take my armor off because this mithril armor is bitching, and I will be damned if I get it rusty and wet.
Gotcha.
Mithril
Alright.
doesn't rust.
It does not
I don't
rust.
know that.
This is true.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna go off of paladin brain and 8 int
Mithril
and
is one
just.
of the few metals that doesn't age or rust or pit or anything.
Yep.
As old habits die hard. I put my armor off to the side, and I'm just gonna make beef stew.
You see Grumpy just kind of whoosh, and he's just like, wow.
Long day, huh? Yeah.
I hope Sir Moonan's alive.
Oh, he better be.
Well, I hope that Buttercream guy's alright. He seems pretty, seems like I could have had a good fight with him.
You have no idea.
Little cheesy.
Nico just gives Moonaran this look of, bruh.
Yeah.
Been a day, let me laugh.
Zephyr,
Goddamn dad jokes.
there,
For you.
this monastery, there is just this one very large bathhouse with like one large pool. Because it is a male monastery, I am sorry to say. But there is time frames in which
And
these
towels.
guys and towels and most of the amenities. You see Grumpy kind of be like,
Oh.
I'm gonna see if I can do something. And you kind of see him pull out this rod from one of his pants pockets, and you see him just sort of put it up, click it, and you see it extend. And then he's like, "All right, 1 second," and it just floats there in the air as he leaves it there.
Oh.
And he runs off back towards the front room, and there's just a bunch of there's a whole bunch of different sized towels and curtains and everything. And he kind of comes back and he puts this rod that's there. He puts a large sort of curtain over top of it, and he's like, "This is the best I got for you. Thanks for saving my butt."
You're welcome. Are you protecting my modesty or theirs?
Mine.
I think Nico just got thrown in with his clothes on because he was so weak. I don't think he really gave a shit. So,
Yeah. No, Nico just got thrown in with all the clothes on.
Yeah. I mean, they're
You
already
guys
wet,
know-
so you might as well just stay in there. So.
Yeah. But yeah, there's now seem to be some type of divider set up for a very small area, but it's enough. And he's just like, my modesty. Gotta make sure I'm good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
So, what do you guys do?
I think while Nico is like in the hot springs, he's trying to think because he knows where we're at. Like he knows.
He knows what
like,
country you're in.
he knows
You
what
don't know
country we're in.
where in the
We
country.
don't know. Yeah, we don't know where in the country we're at. So he's trying to think like, okay, what he's trying to think if he's trying to remember if he recalled any seaports or anything, or is it just nothing but mountains and monasteries? in this
So
area?
you do know that there was a couple port towns. The capital is actually Newtondon.
Okay.
That is actually a port city in and of itself. It's not known for a lot of things besides the wine that gets produced from the mountains by the different monasteries.
Okay.
And that's really all you know of this country.
Has any ships has wine been exported to Hatford during my time? Would I recognize
Yes.
the wine?
Yes.
Okay.
You would actually recognize a couple symbols from the wine bottles.
I
But
wouldn't see him obviously, but
yeah, you haven't. It's one of those things where you know that it is something that's produced by a monastery. You don't know what monastery or who. You haven't seen. You haven't really been keeping an eye out for any symbols around.
okay.
But you could from this point forward if you like.
Okay. Has this kingdom had issues with pirates or piracy with the ports? I mean, I'm sure that Nika would hear stories from sailors. At
You would have.
times.
You would have heard some of the older sailors that sort of came by. There was this one by the name of Crow, which was this elf who... man, this is crazy. I never thought I'd bring up Crow again. Crow, who... he was once part of this band known as the Black Hawks. And he well anyway he was part of the band, left the band, but where he primarily operates and exports things from is from Newtonland, the
Okay.
Principality of Lonbec, and the Norlean Empire, and the Principality of Sid Mahina. God. Sid
Hey, Macarena.
Mahina. Manhina.
Sid Mahina. Okay.
Or Soid. I don't
Okay.
fucking know.
Yeah. Sid Manhina. Okay. Or Sid Manhia.
Yeah.
Sid Manhia. Okay. 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 So. All right. So with that information in mind, I'm still kind of calculating a plan in my head, but looking at my friends and realizing that we needed to rejuvenate ourselves and everything after all we've been through, I decide to wait until whenever the bell rings for dinner to work out a plan for. Is the Goliath still there, or did he leave already?
The Goliath left.
Okay. Okay. So,
Tor is still under the water.
Tor's still under the water. It's been about like 30 minutes at this point, and Tor just hasn't resurfaced.
okay. So. Yeah, he's kind of calculating like how he wants to do things. But he's gonna tell everyone when it's time for dinner, or try to. It depends if the hall is a quiet eatery or if there's conversation to be held.
Gotcha.
Because while I'm going to assume that while he's familiar with, the knowledge of like the cities and the monasteries.
You
Given
know
fact
of the
he doesn't know-
monasteries, you don't really
I
know what
of
goes
them.
on. Yeah,
I know of them. I have no idea what the hell goes on with them. So I've only heard about them.
you've heard of their wine and you've partaken of
Right.
one bottle in your entire life so far, and it has
Easily.
been so very good.
Okay. Okay, so, but I would recognize the wine if there was wine being made in this monastery. I would recognize it by the markings.
Yes, you would be able to recognize some of the sigils from the different bottles of wine you've seen.
Okay.
It has been a very long time. It's been like 4 or 5 years, but you do distinctly remember one sigil of
Okay.
a bottle
Okay.
that you got to partake of.
Okay. So, look at my friends. During dinner, anyone see the bottle of wine? See if you can procure it somehow, some way. I just want to see it. We're not gonna steal it. We're not gonna steal it or nothing. But I want to see it because I think I might have an idea on our next move. But we'll go over it more at dinner time. For now, let's rejuvenate. Let's relax. And Zephyr is still behind the curtain, I assume, or
Yeah.
she...
I'm assuming.
I'm gonna transform into my Air Genasi non-binary form, and I'm gonna go for a swim.
That works.
And I'm not gonna tell anybody that that's what I'm doing.
Fair
All
enough.
right, you
Fair
guys just see non-binary air genasi. I'm assuming
Mm-hmm.
just
Okay.
swimming
Get
around.
long, flowing, pink hair.
enough. Okay.
Huh?
Androgynous?
Androgynous,
Yes.
non-binary. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so if we see a bottle of wine, we'll figure something out. In the meantime, also, if anyone has the ability to message someone, we should try and send Ali a message. Just let him know what happened.
Nope. Although I can't hear you at the moment.
I scramble out of the water and I start digging through my backpack, and I'm looking for the sending stone that I
You
gave to Sabrina.
you do see the
Right.
sending stone.
I've completely forgotten how to use it. Out of character.
Say hello, and then you have 25 words.
I'm gonna type it out just to make sure I have a proper word count.
Okay. You know, I keep forgetting that you had that stone. That's...
I forgot I had that stone too. We were supposed to use it. Well, you were supposed to. Don't worry about it. I have it.
Wait, did Ali give you that stone, or did the lovely lady give you the stone? Say no more. Say no more.
You're not Minotaur enough to understand. Don't worry about it.
Fuck you! I have voice too, bitch.
Well, you don't have. And I kind of look down at my. Wait, hold on. Do you have hooves?
At this point, you see
That's
just the top half from like nostrils up towards head appear above the water.
Copper for your thought, Tor.
Just blows bubbles in the water.
All right, good talk.
You guys see Barry floating on a mage hand, like half of his body sort of submerged, and the mage hand just like slowly spinning.
It's got like a mage hand like life
Yeah.
tube.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's Dave, by the way?
Oh, Dave's just been like in the water. By the way, this is an important question. As your tiefling, are you a tiefling that does have the hooves, or you're a tiefling with normal feet?
Normal feet.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to pull off the shit that Nico
Have
does
you-
with hooves. So
Have you used the sending stone yet?
Not yet.
I would like you to, if you have it written down, just read it so we know. I don't want you to send it to me. Just like
Ask for the sequence to the teleportation circle closest to them.
Cruise. We need coordinates.
Or if they can make one and then send the sequence. We
I
might be
think at
able
this point, it's safe to assume that we're gonna probably reach them that Patton's about to fall at some point.
We need coordinates to
But yeah, if we can use another teleportation circle, if Tor can make another one,
It'll have
and-
to wait until tomorrow as I speak over the water.
but that's fine.
Yeah.
This gives us a chance to figure out a next plan, figure out where we're gonna go, and go from there. And if anything, if the teleportation circle doesn't necessarily work in our favor, I think I may have another idea that will definitely will help us out or try to, because I actually know someone in the capital of this country. It's an old trader that was swinging the town into Hatford at times, and gotta say the wine here, I only had it one time. It was like years ago, but it was really, really damn good. So let's see.
Okay, that's 25 words. Cool.
We'll see if we'll be able to do something with this. But let's see if we get the sending stone first, and if that doesn't work, we'll figure out Plan B. All right, Hoof Boy, what you got?
All right. Hello, crew was teleported to Nettenland. We need you to make a teleportation circle and send coordinates or coordinates to one near you. Please hurry.
all right. That's what you say.
Yeah.
You after about like 15 minutes, 20 minutes go by, 30 minutes go by, then you hear over the stone a very familiar voice, and it's
That was so on point.
It was.
guys,
That's 4 words already. He's wasting them.
we don't have the ability to make one ourselves. Closest one. At least a month away. Can try. Fuck.
So many words.
Well, that's Allie for you.
was that a good impression? Did I do a good
Yeah.
job?
Yeah.
Just.
That's a long ass word there. So.
Oh my fucking sides.
So wait, how long did he say they're out of?
A month out.
Shit.
It's gonna take there's no other. It's gonna take us a month just to get to the.
Capital. It's gonna take basically about a month to get from here to the capital.
It'll take
I
I
long.
mean,
It'll take us a month to get from here to fucking the kingdom place.
Yeah, to the port
Would it
town,
be-
and then.
That is.
would
that
it be
is a
crazy
really-
just to teleport to a random place again, and maybe that random place has a directory?
No. Tor comes up more out of the water. It's like no. We are lucky we stayed on this plane of existence.
This is true.
That was a shot in the dark. We could have ended up in the void.
Shit.
You guys very well could have ended up completely out off of this plane. Because this map that you see is the whole world map. There were still a couple other numbers on there that weren't on this map.
It's not good.
So that's
Yeah, because there's 14 places on this map we could have gone, and he made me roll a d20. That's 6 places that did not exist in this fucking world.
so. Okay, let's figure out.
We can either go to Nettenden or we can wait for the coordinates.
But even so, we still be waiting. It's still a month regardless. That's the problem. We either wait a month here and sign to each other while we're in the halls and everything, which I don't know if
Wait a
there's so much
sec.
D&D sign language, but
I have a question.
What's your question?
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy. 'Cause I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm thinking.
no, it's like it's either we wait a month here and do daily shit, or we go into town.
All right, Freya.
Yes.
You said the overworld is the map of the entire world, correct?
Yes.
Would it not be a shorter distance to go west or east?
I mean, yes,
Is the world round in this universe?
it is.
It's flat.
Flat
No, it's-
Earth D&D.
So you guys are about. Well, I can't really tell you exactly where you guys are, but so it's
15.
Yeah, we need to find a map. For
That's 25 compared to
I'm not trying to nuke.
40,
Continent, don't worry.
45.
Look, we already
Yes.
committed war crimes and
So
passed,
going
so-
east would be half the distance, but there's no way Tor would know this.
45.
there is no way Tor would know this. You are correct.
Wait, guys, it's only 45 feet.
Right? Who knew?
If somebody can initiate combat, we can just dash away.
Fourth wall breaking. Who
For
knew?
sure. I splash water.
Okay, sorry, back in
so-
character.
Yeah. So let's first figure out. Let's first find a map. Let's see where we're at, and then we find a wine bottle. Figure out, if it's our friends, and then if anything, we can decide to wait here for a month until we get proper coordinates. But then again, at the same time, also when you think about it, things could change in a month in
Wait,
the
Is
Norwegian
this-
Federation. We don't know
is
what the
this
hell's
our-
going on.
is this our brief time before the big battle where everybody trains and levels up? No, sorry. Anime moment.
Gonna need a
Oh my god.
Who knew?
Newtonland is the hyperbolic time chamber.
I was gonna say, we're in a monastery with a fighting monk fucking dude. It's train and get stronger before the big bad time, right?
Who knew? Who knew? Who knew?
So Nico's gonna get out of the pool at this point and just like quickly dry off. Like he's got like wet clothes and everything like that, but just like he's just drying off. Just like I gotta find a map.
Alrighty, you dry off. You see Barry, the little rat guy. He kind of just snaps his fingers and he's just like, check this out. And then you're dry.
My turn, as I'm
Thank
standing
you,
there.
Barry.
Not gonna kill me now. Right?
Oh, that
Fair-
fucking...
Right?
No, that dude.
Barry,
You
my
bought some
turn.
time. You bought some time.
Go on.
Someone's trying to kill you?
Yeah, him. He's always threatened me every time I've talked to him.
For obvious reasons.
I'm following Nico. Barry, dry me.
Barry just floats up over, snaps his fingers, dries himself off. He's like, do you need help?
With what?
I'm drying?
Didn't you just do that?
Not for you, I did it for Nico.
Oh.
Not sure I
I
got
can do it
you.
myself, but
It's just a double blast of air, essentially, just as you do it, and so does Barry. Yeah.
Fucking
Nico.
show off.
We gotta find map.
You find map.
We go find that.
After a little bit of time, this would be the second bell you've heard. Just. Bring. All right. Does everyone get up? Grumpy kind of just is in the water, and he's just like, "I'm gonna be here to the bell."
Fair enough.
All right, enjoy yourself. And I'll get out, and halfway through getting out of the water, I'll come back to myself. All right, let's go.
You see, big guy just go. Huh! I'm just joking. As he kind of like covers himself, like my modesty. Anyway.
Who do you think I was?
uh
Fair enough.
Anyway, yeah. Everyone goes to try to find the map, or just or prestidigitation.
Thank you.
Big read.
All right. So you guys go back out and you see some of these kids are doing more practicing. Ha 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 ha. You know, whatnot. Some of them are just sort of sitting around. Some of them are making snowballs, throwing it at each other, but they're much younger kids that are doing that.
Okay.
Oh, it's like cold out here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So Nico's gonna go up to the kids throwing snowballs, and just kind of like go up to one, just like, "Hey guys, question.
Huh?
Any guys have an idea where you can find a map of where we're at?"
Snowball hits you in the face.
Ow!
Yeah.
The one slide. The one slide. I
Yeah.
had a rough day. Just gonna. The one
Yeah,
slide.
buddy.
I'm just gonna mage hand a snowball and hover it above Nico's head and throw it at the kid.
The one kid, you see the kid that it gets tossed at go and catches it, and it's just like, aha! Gonna have to try harder than that.
Wait,
and
what?
goes to throw it.
At me?
Yes, at you.
Can I-
Another.
Can I try to dodge it, or is
I-
it just coming way too fast?
It's coming at you relatively fast because it's just like a. It's kind of like a curveball of a snowball.
Oh,
Roll
what?
for initiative.
Oh my god, guys. Tor's never seen snow.
Oh shit!
Yep, Tor's never seen snow.
I grew up on a tropical island.
Oh, this
Wait.
shit's freezing.
Tor does not like this.
Tor.
I take the cloak off of my whatchamacallit, my armor, and I just kind of wrap it around Tor. It's very thin because it's a decorative thing, but it's better than nothing. And just kind of here you go, buddy.
What is this? This is little white shit on the ground.
It's
snow, buddy.
it's snow. It's water, but
This
Cold.
water is-
It's real cold water. Just
Oh.
really cold water.
Can we get inside? I don't think turtles do the cold.
yeah. No. I'm assuming what are turtles again? Like amphibian, reptile?
They are cold-blooded creatures.
Yeah, they're cold-blooded. That's what I'm trying to say. We got it.
So it's just like, guys, I'm just trying to find the map. Quit throwing the fucking snowballs at me, please. I mean, please
Hey!
stop throwing the snowballs. Sorry. For the rabbit. All right. You get the snowball. You tell me how. You tell me how it feels.
Okay. If you follow me, I can take you in. This kid is bald like everybody else, and is wearing just the normal garb without any of the intricate decoration on it from the purple thread. And it's just like, follow me, but we have to be quiet. There's only 3 rooms we can talk inside the temple.
Okay. Yep. You just tell us when.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow the kid.
All right. Kid leads you into the temple. Um,
As we're walking, can I try something?
sure. What is it?
Towards thinking about them saying that the white stuff is water, and as we're walking, I just want to try to see if this works.
Shape water.
I just want to try to make a snowball.
You make a snowball, a perfectly spherical snowball.
And I just kind of want to like toss it at the back of Nico's head. But I don't do it. It makes like a little catapult and flings itself.
So it just goes back into a ball, hits the back of Nico's head.
He turns around. I'm just.
Like Nico notes he can't say like anything, so you just see him just like you can see like physically like the anger is starting to build, but just like
I can see Nico seething right now. I'm just kind of like, you just got him back. Don't you dare.
So as you're about to, Munarun says something, and then the kid goes, "Shh."
Nico just looks at him, just mouths, "Ha ha," just mouths it, doesn't actually say it. Just
yeah. And the kid kind of rolls his eyes and leads you to this room where there seems to be another monk. This monk is standing in what seems to be a library. This one seems to have glasses and some ornate, patterning with the purple thread. And he looks at the kid, and the kid looks up and gestures and for a split second. Looks like it's about to say something, and then stops himself, and then like bows deeply. And then the librarian says, "You may speak." To the kid, and the kid says, "These people want to see a map." And the librarian says, "Has
what?
One second, I gotta Google something. The thing went straight through my head. Alright. So he says, "Has the abbot said they may see?" And the kid says, "I don't know." And then the librarian says, "Get the abbot then." And the kid goes and nods and then runs out the room really fucking quickly. Like, whew, step of the wind. Just boom, 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 out the door he fucking goes. And you guys are just sitting there or standing there in this library. And the librarian looks at all of you and says, "You may speak."
Well, first off, thank you so much for taking the time to help us. I'm not sure if anyone has informed you or anyone else here in the monastery of our situation. We literally just popped in a little while back.
You see him as he takes out a scroll, like, stretches it out, taps his foot on the ground, and a piece of rock comes up, making a little stand, and he starts writing down everything you say.
We're just trying to figure out where we're at in the kingdom, what monastery we're at, and how far we would be to the capital. That's why we're asking for the map. We were not aware that we needed permission from the abbot, so for that we do apologize.
It's all right. We do not let in outsiders, but you didn't come in through the normal ways, so we
Yeah,
don't
that was my fault.
quite have a statement
Nope.
I like it too.
on what to do with you all. But if it
Hey.
means getting you out of our monastery sooner, then I don't understand why the abbot would say no to you seeing the map.
Right. We just don't get me wrong. We would be willing to help you guys out in any way if need be. However, given what you just said, it might be better for both parties to figure out our next, plan of action once we figure out where we're at in the map. And just out of curiosity, do you know what's the name of the monastery that we're currently in?
We are the Earth Monastery. There's 3 others along the mountains. One of the water, one of the air, and one of the fire.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, like I said, once we find the map, once we figure out our next plan of action, we'll be on our way. But in the meantime, don't be afraid to ask us to help you out in any way, shape, or form.
We can
y-
take
y-
care of
y-
our
y-
own problems, but thank you.
Of course, of course. I mean, you guys have been gracious to us. Is only best that we be gracious and kind in return. I feel.
He nods.
And Nico just kind of like doesn't say another word until the kid and the abbot come back.
The kid doesn't seem to come back, but you see that large Goliath once more. As he walks into the room, he bows to the librarian. The librarian says, "You may speak, abbot." And the abbot looks at all of you and says, "You wish to see the map? Well, you're already
Yeah.
here. You may take a peek."
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Unfortunately, our map is a bit out of date, but it is the best we have.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's the best you got. We can definitely figure it out.
So the librarian takes you over after sort of like using his hand to push the earth back down from where he was writing. And he brings you over to this large table that just seems to be a stone carved map. And you guys see the entirety of the eastern continent. And then you guys would look over at the western continent. And you see what seems to be the coastline of what the western continent is. And that's about it. But
Oh.
along the mountains, you see of Nitaland, there seems to be a small earth symbol, which is a triangle. One second. Where is it? So you see an upside down triangle with a line through it. And then you would see one upright with a line through it, and then one normal triangle, and then one upside down triangle. Different parts of the map. And the librarian points to the one that's upside down with the line through it, and he says, "You are here. The Earth
Okay.
Temple."
Okay. And the capital would be located where?
And then you see him trace his finger down, and you would see him kind of mold the earth that the map is, sort of painting like a trail, and then you see him imprint it, and there a small little town symbol, like a house, kind of appears, and it's on the coast And if you look, it's right there is where he kind of draws the line to. And you're right around here.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so how long would you estimate it would take from here to the capital? 1 month?
It would take about a week to get down the mountain if you take the safe way. A
Okay.
day and a half if you take the children's way.
The children's way.
Which implies the children's way isn't safe.
In which case, why are you letting the children take that way?
That's
It's less
let's
of
go.
something we allow and something they do without our permission.
Fair.
But it's
I see.
safe.
How many children have died?
As safe as strapping wood to your feet and going down the mountain as quickly as possible it can be.
I see. Okay. Then from the base of the mountain, how long?
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
If you're
Okay.
only going by foot.
And if we're not going by foot?
Week and a half by... if you have some way of capturing a large flying animal.
Okay. What about I know that the abbot mentioned a buggy that comes up from the capital. Would that be the same amount of time as on foot, or
It would be maybe a week faster.
okay. Okay. And when is the next buggy set to arrive? Do you know offhand?
We do not.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's not something we plan. He is the only person we give access to knocking on our doors. That
see.
isn't from the other monasteries.
I see. Okay. Are there the other monasteries? I assume are still on the mountain. There wouldn't be any on the base.
None towards the base. It's along our mountain range.
Fair enough. Okay. Any smaller towns between here and the capital? Any small villages or
Yes.
permit locations that we might run into? Are you aware of, or?
Yes. Here there should be a town, and here there should be a town, and there. And he just points at essentially zigzags of small towns, and he says, but this is information I gathered a very long time ago when
Okay.
I was on a pilgrimage. So if they are still standing, I may not know.
Okay. Then we will figure out our next move and go from there. We appreciate you allowing us to see the map. Thank you so much.
He just sort of nods. And at this point, you guys would hear the third bell. And the abbot says, well, it's time for food.
Okay. Abbott, if you don't mind me asking, is the mess hall a quiet mess hall, or is it one where conversation rings out?
Whether we'd like it or not, I think it would be hard to keep it quiet today.
Okay, then. Okay, well, fair enough. Then shall we get food? Then we figure out our next move?
He looks at all of you and starts walking out the door.
I'm gonna follow him. Keep him quiet as we traverse through the halls and everything.
Was anybody looking at any of the books around or anything like that? Yeah.
I was too focused on the map.
Did Tor look around at any of the books?
Tor can only read one language.
Oh. Oh, you're correct. Did Moonerun look at any books?
Tor went back outside.
I tried to.
All right.
Are the kids playing with snowballs?
Yes, the kids are playing with snowballs.
I would like to spend 30 seconds, so 5 turns, using shape water to create as many snowballs as I can. So that's 25 cubic feet of snowballs.
Are you just making them for the kids to use?
Yep.
Oh my god, it's just piles of snowballs. And these kids are just looking at you like, are you from the water temple?
No, I grew up on an island very, very far from here, and I've always had a connection with it.
Oh, that's cool. And then you start seeing them just throwing these snowballs at each other. You see a couple of them like grabbing them out of the air very softly and then throwing them, another one getting hit, and then they're just doing this back and forth, and it kind of looks like a dance at a certain point with them dodging and catching and getting hit. And Moonerun, what languages do you know?
That's a good question. I think I only know just Common and Minotaur, I think. Do they have any books written in Common? Because otherwise I'm screwed.
There does not seem to be any books written in Common.
These are definitely books.
The librarian would look at you as Nico was having a conversation with the abbot. And the librarian would be like, "They're all written in earth. Speak. Unless you know primordial or earth, then no, you won't be able to read them."
As I'm like, you wouldn't happen to have any picture books?
Of course. And he kind of just like pulls out this little stone tablet, and he's just like, "In the first inscriptions that this temple did, they are all simply pictures." This is a very nice picture. It's just like kind of showing the building of the temple. There you go. But yeah.
Nothing that we can use. Just
Nothing really, no. It's just, it's like he hands you a couple different tablets, and they all seem to be like pictures of the different monasteries, and then you see something that looks like a war between a couple different monasteries. Fire was fighting a lot, and then some of the other monasteries. Yeah, right. And then, they all kind of group back up, and then it shows that they kept fighting, and now they're back in harmony again. And
interesting. Thank you. And it's just
and yeah, and at that point, you guys,
I need to know when Nico's coming out of the library.
Nico would be coming out of the library.
Yep, I come out of the library.
Nico, as you walk out, is there like a little courtyard in front of the library? Where's all the snow that we were playing in?
This would be in the main courtyard. The library is inside the large building. This is a very large temple.
I swear to God, you throw a goddamn snowball at me.
No. You come out to where the snowy area is, and you see a pristine, full-size copy snowman of you.
He's just like, cause he knows he can't make noise or anything, so he's just like.
Well, you're out in the courtyard at this point, but you see the kids like talking and whatnot as you see the flurry of snowballs getting yeeted.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Wow. Damn.
And after a little bit, you would see Grumpy come up because he heard the third bell. And the abbot looks at all the children and kind of waves them in to get supper. And you guys go in towards to get supper. And it seems to be a very, very leafy stew with some bits of meat. Not too much though. It's more greens than anything else. It seems to be like chunks of bone and bone marrow, and that's about it.
Or has no complaints.
I mean, stew. So,
You guys would hear a small bit of murmuring. Some of the
Is Tori
older...
vegetarian?
Huh?
I remember, is Tori vegetarian? Didn't we have this where he was only eating fruits and shit? don't
I
remember.
think so.
yeah.
Yeah. I think he was.
Yeah, is there a way we can get my boy some
Some vegetables? Yes. Yes. If Tor asked anybody,
I don't eat meat. I'd say kind of meekly looking around to like whoever I'm next to. don't
you guys are currently like sitting in your group, but right next to you seem to be children, varying in age. Some being as like 8 years old, others being like 15. One of them's one of the older ones who seems to have just a little bit of the stitching, in his robe, says, or after he looks up towards the abbot and the abbot kind of nods, he says, "Yeah, I can get you some vegetables."
Anything will do. I'm not picky. Just not meat.
Of course. And he kind of stands up and walks out the room.
They don't even have to be cooked.
15 minutes later, he comes back and it's just like a leek and
Joke's on you. I love leeks.
and then what seems to be these very interesting berries that look as if they're frozen. Very sharp
Crunchy
looking.
berries.
But like this sort of frosted look to them. Blue going to white, and each one of these berries, they look to be about the size of like you know those small kids soccer balls?
Yes.
It's like that, and there's two of them,
Ooh.
and they're pointy and whatnot. But yeah, and he's just like, "I'm sorry, this is the best I can do for the evening."
No. Jimmy. That's good.
And he sits down and he goes back to eating his soup. And yeah, you enjoy some exotic fruit and a leek. So you bite into this berry, and the outside of it is very tough. And you go and kind of make your way through it.
I have strong bill. Ow.
Yeah, you kind of go and then the kid just kind of eyes wide open, and he's just like, let me show you. And then he takes the other one off your plate and goes, like, knocks his fist on it, and you see it split.
Oh.
And inside, it's this very interesting sort of spiral of purple and green and blue, much like their robes. And it is, it's just this interesting spiral, and it goes up and down throughout it, and there's these tiny little black seeds throughout it. But as you kind of crunch into this thing, it tastes really, really weird and bland at first. Then you get towards the fleshy bit of the fruit, and it's this sort of incredibly savory, sweet, like kind of like a mixture between a star fruit and a strawberry. but with none of like the weird like tingly after of the star fruit, where it's like a dry grape. Instead, it's more like juicy and refreshing. And yeah, you guys enjoy your meals. Is there anything any of you would like to do?
Go grab a drink real quick.
He's Nico just eating, looking around. Does he notice like any bottles of wine anywhere?
You would notice that the abbot and some of the higher members of this monastery are at, like some of the masters and the abbot have a bottle of wine, and the abbot would stand up with one and walk down to you all and be like, "We don't get visitors often. Would you like some of the wine?"
You know what? I would. Am I able to see the sigils?
So you see that upside down triangle with the line.
Okay.
And then this sort of circle underneath it with lines going up. And that seems to be the symbol of this wine, and it looks very familiar to you.
Can I roll a history check to see if that's the wine I remember from being at home?
Sure.
That I had at home? Okay. Okay. History. Give me something good.
Oh, you do great. Yes, this looks very much like some of the wine that you had at home.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. So I'll say like I'll take a glass of wine, and I look at my crewmates just like if this is the one I think it is, I definitely recommend it. It is really good.
Gotcha. The abbot kind of just stomps his foot, and then you see these stone these stone little glasses that look like sake cups, just a bit bigger. You know, you're able to hold it in your hand. I guess it's more like a whiskey cup, kind of just right out of the ground, and you see him with his hand take this rock and kind of form it into that cup. And he puts it down on the table and looks at anybody else.
I see him do that, and then I look at the ground and I do the same thing.
He looks at you and says, "I see you are one of magic.
Yes.
Good to see. The way we do it's a little different, but you get the point."
If you do it differently, I certainly do not, but I would like to learn.
That takes years of mastery.
Well, I'll come back after my business is done.
Well then, we will see if we will allow you back in.
Even so, I look to travel many lands. I'm just currently stuck on the other one for a moment.
And he looks down at you and kind of gives a smile. This guy is like 9 feet tall. Like, this guy is a Goliath of Goliaths.
Will this be the tallest person I've seen so far?
This would be the tallest person you've seen so far.
It kind of hurts my neck to look up this high.
Sorry. Have some wine. As he pours it into the cup that you've made.
Yeah, Nico's gonna take
And you sip.
sip.
Everyone who wants wine can get a cup of wine. It's good wine. It's tasty wine. It's a red. Actually, no, it's a white wine. It's definitely a white wine. And he, walks back to his spot, and as some of the other monks and apprentices finish eating, they pick up their plates, crumble them down in the dust, and then mold it back into the earth.
I would like to offer the abbot a drink of something that I have.
Oh. The abbot would look at you and be in questioning of like,
I
Hmm?
pull out the bottle of infernal brew.
Oh no.
I
Oh no.
never tried anything outside of the monastery's wine.
Tor, you think that's a good idea?
We're gonna
I think
get
it's a
taken
great
out.
idea. This stuff is good.
Nico looks at Munera and just like, oh no.
I'll just pass the bottle down to him, and he can choose whether or not he wants to drink it.
All right.
Oh boy. What we're doing?
Oh my god! We're so fucked.
Oh yeah, Zephyr never had the Inferno Brew, did she?
You see him look at this.
No, I don't think
He
so.
picks it up and
Good,
he's
don't.
like, and he just pops the top of it, pours a little bit into his cup, pops it down, and he goes, "What?
It's called infernal brew.
Oh
Should
Oh,
have led with that.
well, might as well."
I promise there are no nefarious things to it. It's just a cheeky name.
He kind of takes a shot back. He doesn't take it like a shot. He sips it and he's like, "Ooh, whoa, that is
It's icy.
I just kind of lean in like this. Can I have Nico next to me? We're just kind of.
Y'all, is he gonna blow up?
He's not gonna blow up. It's just.
No. It's just wait, just wait. Just wait.
all right."
Oh, God,
He,
we just got here. We're gonna get kicked out.
He,
Potentially.
you see him kind of grimace for a second, and he's like, takes another sip of it, and then another, and another, and he's like,
Why?
It grows on you.
Moonrun, you may want to find
"That it does."
big guy. We might be getting the hell out of here quickly.
Oh God, what have he done?
Oh no.
I feel fine.
We stop him?
Wait,
Should we stop him?
no.
As he finishes it, and he's like, "That was an interesting flavor palette."
Tor, put the bottle away.
I offer the bottle to Zephyr.
Zephyr.
See, now, y'all already have me suspicious. No. No, thank you. No,
Or
not
Shards
here.
takes a tiny sip out of the bottle before recorking it, and will promptly roll a Constitution save.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Y'all trying to kill
You do good. You do good. You hold your own.
As much as I am all for one for causing chaos, especially within a group, this is something that just like no, because Mooneron, Alistor, and I, and even Tor, we've had history with this brew. You are very wise, Zephyr. This is a good call.
You made a good choice today.
Yes.
Wasn't this Tor's first foray into alcohol too, with this goddamn infernal brew?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was. And
God,
Yes, it
Baptism
was.
by fire.
Literally.
I'm sorry.
It's
How
like-
did it go for you exactly? You just looking at Mooneron.
Yeah, it's like you know how like in Europe, some kids it's like, oh, you can have like a little sip of wine or like a little thing of whatever, right, just for flavor as a child.
Yeah.
Imagine some French mom or dad giving their 4-year-old a shot of Fireball as their first drink.
Fun fact, my first alcoholic drink was a shot of Jack Daniels at the age of 9.
Wow.
Alcoholic
Tennessee.
father.
Tennessee.
Um,
That also.
And then my
And-
aunt beat the shit out of him. It was hilarious.
damn.
Well, yeah, because he gave a shot of whiskey to
She
a 9-year-old.
literally drug him into the other room by his ear.
Oh no.
I was like, how fucking dare smack, smack, smack. Anyway.
That's exactly what I fucking heard.
How
Jeez.
fucking dare smack, smack,
My aunt
smack,
was in the
smack.
Navy for like 30 years.
Oh,
she
damn.
was a hard ass.
And then after that, most of the people leave the room. You guys sip on your wine and whatnot. And the abbot looks at you all and says, "The masters and I have deliberated since your arrival.
Uh-huh.
Some of them kept an eye on you when you were out of the bathhouse. And you are determined to be of good people, from what we can tell. Though we cannot allow you to stay, we can allow you to stay the night.
That's all we can really ask for, and we appreciate the generosity. This actually gives my comrades and I an opportunity to plan our next move, figure out what we're gonna do, and then in the morning we'll be on our way, and you won't have to deal with us again."
Well then, I will have one of the other masters show you to sleeping quarters.
Again, we appreciate the generosity. We really do.
Yes, thank you.
Very much.
Good luck with whatever it is that you may be dealing with.
Does your
Ah.
monastery accept donations?
We do not allow people to come in most of the time, though I don't see why we would not.
Okay, I'm going to hand him 311 gold.
But
He looks at this small turtle in front of him that just hands him this decent amount of gold, and he's just
think-
like,
I'm kind of like
You see-
shoveling it out of my bag of holding.
I think the best way to describe Nico's reaction is that the cartoon did the jaw drop, just bang.
I thank you. When our trader comes and visits to pick up the next batch of wine, this will be very useful for us.
About that, actually, would you have an idea on when they would be making the trip up? Do you
So,
know?
from my understanding, it should be very soon. Within the
Okay.
next 48 hours or so.
Damn, we're gonna be on the road by then. Okay.
You may be able to catch them on their way back down the mountain or the way back up.
We'll probably hit that. We'll probably. Well, that kind of depends on which path we take, too. So.
I'm assuming you'll be taking the safe way, but
We have that might be the best way to go, but we'll deliberate throughout the night, and again, we'll be on our way in the morning.
and the abbot kind of nods. And do you guys leave?
Yeah, we leave.
As you guys leave the room, another one of the monks look at you and hold their finger out to their mouth, and then wait for you to follow, and brings you towards what seems to be a very large door. and it opens up, and it is just rows of mats and a lot of apprentices and trainees all lying down, and the monk says very softly, "Sorry, this is the only sleeping accommodations we have."
We just appreciate the generosity. We're not picky when it comes to sleeping arrangements. We can make do with what we got.
Is
And
it fairly warm in here?
it is fairly warm in here.
Okay.
Okay.
And if that is everything you guys do, unless you guys head out into the main courtyard to talk.
Nico's gonna head out to the main courtyard more to just kind of think on his own, figure out what we're gonna do next and how we want to do this.
You guys would know that when you guys got here, it was like early morning. When you guys left Rock Aging Confederation by going through the portal, it was like early into the evening. And now you guys have kind of spent like the majority of your day here. And whatnot. You know, time zone differences.
Yeah. Yeah, do we have to worry about time zones or
Right?
Yeah, we're on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And if that is, so Nico goes out to the courtyard. Tor, what was that roll for?
To follow him.
Alrighty, you follow. Anybody else follow? 1 second. There we go. My camera decided to freeze again. Say that again?
I did that check specifically for that reason.
Gotcha.
Because I think he said alone.
Yeah.
So what do you do out there, Nico?
You just see Nico just kind of like muttering to himself.
What do you say?
Basically, it's just we go down the safe path and not deal with, any potential dangers, or we could go down the children's path and potentially break our necks. Wonderful, great choice. This is fucking perfect.
After you say that, you hear from your elbow, "That one sounds fun."
What? Did you just follow me out here?
Was I not supposed to?
Well, a little bit of a warning would have been nice.
Well, I just walked behind you.
Is it just you, or it's a rat joining?
I don't see it.
We left Barry
Actu-
and
I
big
don't
guy
remember.
at the pools, didn't we?
I
wait,
believe
no.
So.
They
Big guy.
they all caught up when it was around dinner time, so
Okay, so we got Barry, we got Dave, we got the big guy hanging with
start-
us.
Trying to look on my shell. I don't see him.
Well, Tor, what do you think? Should we take the safe path and it'll take a little longer, but is the safest path to go, or should we take the children's path and potentially, break every bone in our body?
Which one should we take, or which one sounds
Rosie,
more
I think you're muted.
fun and potentially quicker?
I was mumbling.
Yeah.
I didn't actually want you to hear me.
I think
If
it's
you're
more-
asking for my vote, I say we take the quicker one because people are dying.
I think I think it's as much as I hate to say it, I honestly think Patton is lost at this point.
You think they're gonna
Um.
stop at Patton?
What's that?
I said you think they're gonna stop at Patton?
I know they're not gonna stop at Patton, but
So people are dying. We need to be quick.
right, I'm aware of this, but like Al said, it's gonna take them a month to get the coordinates. At that point, it'll take us about the same amount of time to get to town, maybe a little bit quicker. So we can figure out our next move once we'll keep in tabs with Alistair and everything. I'm sure that Sending Stone has like a recharge of like a day or something. But we'll keep tabs on them, see how they're doing. If there's any news that they would hear about Patton or the Arkegian Federation, we'll know. But I think the thing is that we need to find a way into that to the capital as quick as possible. And
When you say the capital, you're talking about this country, right?
yes, of this country. We gotta find a way to get to the capital of this
Newtondon?
country. Yes. What's it called?
Newtondon.
Newtondon. Okay. Yeah, so we just gotta get to Newtondon. And then once we get to Newtondon, we can figure out our next move and go from there. But I'm at a point where this is where I think I really wish Alistair was here, because the guy could easily make a decision and I can't. Cause I see the pros and cons of both sides.
I think you just gotta make one. The hard
you
part
want-
is just dealing with whatever consequences of the actions, not necessarily making it.
Using the quick route.
Yeah.
Let's talk to Moo and Zephyr, see what they say. And Nico's starting to walk
As
back in.
you start to walk back in, you feel the ground shake.
Mm.
Some of the older kids that are still awake, and some of the masters that are still awake, you can see wandering around. They all kind of seem to perk up as
What the hell is that?
as they all run towards the bathhouse area. And they go
Well-
stand on the bridge.
We'll make haste that way as well.
Yeah, we're gonna make the way over.
And as you guys get there, you guys see this large, and I'm not sure if you have the stream up and are going to be able to see, but I'm just,
Oh no.
I can pull it up.
you see this large, huge thing about half the size of the mountain. A giant earth elemental looking very humanoid. As it goes up to the mountain and sits,
Oh,
becoming one with the mountain again. And it and the ground shakes. And as it sits, everything shakes. And then the mountain takes it whole, and you can see its head as its eyes stay open. And the kids, the older kids, and some of the masters that are still awake all sit there in awe.
Now I'm gonna look at one of the kids or one of the other acolytes in the area, just like, is that supposed to happen?
They look over and they nod,
I see.
and they put their finger over their mouth.
Oh man, Tor and his lack of ability to read the room is gonna walk forward.
Okay, what's Tor do?
Tor wants to touch it.
It is very far away.
Oh.
You saw it kind of walk under the bridge. In between, it put one hand on one side and on the other as it turned and then sat down. If you do look, you can see some of the masters and some of the kids running from the side, running all the way to the other side where the bathhouse is, and they seem to be going around the bathhouse but not in it.
What
I
do you
just
So is there no direct path to, like, how far away is away?
So you see, like, it is like 400 feet down. Like the head is, the top of the head is, and you do see some of the masters and some of the kids run around the bathhouse. It's as if they're going somewhere.
Well, let's not act like terrain is gonna stop me.
Oh shit.
All
Oh,
right.
I guess I can. I meant to change that back to Plug Roll, but I cast Fly on myself.
Okay. What about Nico?
Nico's just gonna follow him. Just be like, where the hell are you going? What the fuck? Wait, what?
You see him start to
You're-
fly.
Well, no, I'm not gonna lift off. I'm just gonna touch myself as I'm walking towards the ledge. I was like, you might have trouble following me, and I just fall off.
What the fuck?
You see Tor fall down, and
We just got him back.
he Tor, you fly down. And at this point, you would see some of the monks just running down the side of this cliff. Each step just boom, 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 and then
I'm just in
eventually
awe
you
as
would
I'm watching him do that.
you would see some of the masters land on the ground, and you see the earth around them turn to sand, and then turn back into earth, and then you see some of the older kids that seem to just barely start having the stitch marks as they seem to land right afterwards, them making a much bigger sand puddle around them. And instead of landing on their 2 feet, they land on sort of like all fours for a second. And then they get up and then they turn it. It takes them a little bit longer to turn the sand back into earth.
Nico's just watching this with like awe and amazement as all this is going on. He's just keeping quiet, but he's like his eyes are wide and just like, holy shit.
You see some of the masters walk up this small path towards where the head of this large earth elemental is. And what do you do?
I land next to him and motion to my mouth, gesturing if I may speak.
They look at you and they shake their head. And one of the kids is actually trying to like get you to go back up. They seem to be like, huh.
I will motion to my heart and then towards the elemental.
They look at you inquisitively.
Kind of like, there's no way to tell him I was an avatar for an elemental, and I just want to try to.
I mean, there is. You do have things on you.
What do I have on me?
Think of what is on your body, markings.
I turn around and I show them the platinum electric scar on my back.
And they
Lightning scar.
look at that, and they look at you. And one of the side effects of having once been the elemental avatar would be if you were to kind of focus hard enough, your eyes can change into storms, like storm clouds.
I do that.
And you do that, and they look at you with their eyes wide, and they kind of just like nod and allow you to follow them. And you follow. And you go up to this earth elemental, one of the masters putting their hands on the side of it. And then you see as their body turns into stone, just and then after a little bit they unturn the stone, and they look at you. And they offer a hand and extend it out. Nico, what are you doing at this point?
I'm still watching, because it's like I get the feeling that I'm not necessarily welcome down there because I would be practically useless in this situation. So Nico is just still watching, just keeping an eye on Tor, making sure he's not destroying shit. But he's just he's watching in awe and amazement, like the work that the kids and the masters are doing, but it still is like he
Getting a
knows he
sense
can't
of this
he
being a
can't
one
really
in a
do anything.
lifetime thing.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. And so, as you take his hand, you your vision goes dark. As Nico, you see this master turn back into stone, and then Tor turn into stone.
What?
And at this point, Tor, you hear the sounds of moving earth. And
I am in awe and acceptance. There is no resistance. I just wanted the chance to commune with another elemental.
you feel thus a yearn as it knows what's happening on the other continent, as it knows that from your communion, the great tempest is gone, and you feel a sigh go through as the rumbling stops for a second, and you just get this feeling of you must bring somebody else to him. Doesn't know who. And I'm gonna leave that up for you to decide out of your party.
I already have the idea. I know who. But as he was sad about the Tempest, I just pushed the mental images of the Tempest egg and making him know that it's safe and it will be brought up to bring balance to that side again.
Alright.
And I let him know that I will be the one to make sure that it gets to that point.
And it's there. It knows. And so it unstones you. And you've got this feeling that you must bring somebody to it. It doesn't know who, but it trusts you to make a decision.
And I will look to. Was the abbot one of the ones that came down with us by chance?
The abbot was not.
Okay, I'll look to the master that extended their hand to me and I'll put my fist over my heart and bow to him and I will zip back up.
You go back up.
And I'm just gonna look at him as he flies over to me. I'm gonna like sign just like, "Are you okay?"
Hmm. I think we can speak here, can't we?
Yep.
Oh, we can. Okay. So,
I
what
know
the
you
hell?
have a lot of questions,
Yes.
but I must go get Moonerun.
For what? You're not throwing Moon in a stone, are you?
No, but he serves a greater purpose as I once did.
What the hell am I, chop liver?
You have your own unique talents, my friend, and they are invaluable and cannot be compared.
Thanks. I guess. So okay.
I put my hand on your chest and I go, your time will come, and you know that to be true.
Okay. I'm very concerned with what the hell happened while you became stone turtle and everything. But if you need to get
Stone turtle.
if we need to get Moonrun, we get Moonrun then. But you two do whatever the hell you gotta do quickly, cause
And
we
I'm gonna
should
wait
come up with a
for
plan.
the masters to come back up. I assume they will be shortly.
They do not. They seem to be down there.
Okay.
Each
okay.
one of them taking their turns, kind of communing.
I will go wake Sir Moonerun if he is asleep at this point.
Moonaran. You feel the hand of a turtle.
And then, great purpose calls you, friend. Come with me.
What? Easy Nico just be like, just go with him. Just go with it. I don't fucking know anymore. You turned to stone. If you turn to stone, God help you, I guess.
One of the young kids around gets up and does this.
I can't see you. Where are we seeing your
It would have been on the stream. It goes shh with the finger right up against their mouth without doing the shh noise.
Nico just gives a thumbs up, just like, mm-hmm. And he plops into bed and falls asleep at this point.
Oh, and I'll nudge Zephyr to if she wants to come.
Turned into stone? Is that a euphemism? Okay.
Outside.
Okay.
Yeah, Nico just passes out. He's just like, I'm not getting involved with this. You all have fun.
Wait. Okay.
You see Nico just wave, just like, just go.
I just start
Just-
dragging her in.
Sorry, I just saw the meme in the D&D chat. Nico, Tor.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
But basically, that's what it was. That's
In-
basically what
in
it
the
was.
D&D chat, it's
I've been memeing on Tor's antics.
Anyway, so Moonaran, you follow Tor out, and then Tor, you guys
Just
make
did-
it to the bridge.
Is it my turn to stand watch? What's going on?
Tor, what do you do here? With Moonaran?
Are we outside now?
You guys are outside. You're back at the bridge.
I look up at you and I tell you that great purpose seeks you. Follow me. And my eyes are still the fucking cloudy elemental eyes. You see storms in my eyes. This is almost not Tor's talking to you.
Semi-lightning strikes. Just you can see that every once in a while flashing in his eyes. And Tor, how do you get Moonaran down there? Because the path seems to be running down the side of a cliff or flying. So
Well, thankfully, we can do that.
there you go.
What, running down the side of a cliff?
Nope.
All right,
I'll
so
just
you-
cast fly 2 more times.
okay. You cast fly and boom. All right, you guys fly down.
Oh wait, no. I'll spend a sorcery point and twin spell this since it only targets one person.
There you go. And both of you fly down. I'm assuming Tor is kind of like helping Moonaran with that
Oh,
because
yes,
Moonaran would have
I'm-
no
I'm-
clue.
Holding
What
his
the fuck
hand.
am I doing? Yeah.
Shh. Concentrate on your feet down.
Feet down, falls. Anyway.
Don't see the ground under your feet. Feel the ground under your feet.
All right, Moonaran, let's roll me something. Something. Just roll me something. At advantage, because you have a boy next to you trying to help you out.
Just a regular old D20 anything?
Just a
or-
regular roll D20. Maybe you can use Arcana if you got any.
We're
At
not using
advantage.
we're not
Negative.
using Arcana.
Okay. Beautiful. 14. So you think down. You think feel the earth underneath your feet and you start plummeting. It's just and at the moment right before you were to hit the ground, you just shrink right above the ground as like a and then plop onto the ground. And Tor is just like Tor, all you see is Moonaran just go "Whee!"
No, you just hear just echoing off of the mountains. Just but no splat.
Does Nico hear this? Like, does he hear what's going on outside?
Everybody hears this. This is one of those. A couple monks from the monastery over can hear it. Okay,
Could I attempt to use a reaction?
what would the reaction be?
At that point, Nico's just gonna wake up and just be like, "Okay, get up and see what the hell happened."
I guess I'm going to at some point. I don't understand.
Like as he starts screaming, can I go? And
Yeah,
Wait, what
it's
did you
only
do?
it's
Sorry,
only
I
it's
was-
only within a 20-foot radius, so it goes.
no, of a point I choose. So I choose him as the point. The point moves.
I don't believe it can move.
I most certainly can.
Can?
No, can I-
You can cast silence on an object or creature.
Oh, okay, cool, dope, awesome. Yeah. So it's just you hear.
Okay, so he's dead. He's dead.
So
He stopped making noise.
you
he
would hear
died.
the beginning of it, and then that's the end of it. Like you would hear, and then like it's a small echo off the mountainsides. Couple people sit up. Nico, you hear it, and then you're just like, way back down.
I just at that point, I'm just like, God damn it. I just get up and start shuffling over to where
Can
Zephyr's
Tor
at.
see me at the bottom of the cliff?
Yes.
What do you
Where
see?
even am I?
You're on. I think you're on the base.
I'm just on all fours. I'm just on all fours
Oh,
like this,
okay.
and like I have the silence. Like I'm still silenced, but he can just see me. Just
Just
What are y'all doing down there?
Yeah, that was a 400-foot drop.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I look.
No, I'm just sitting
The air,
down.
by the way, the air is
just done with it.
the air has a lot more oxygen right here compared to up there. So you
Just-
walking around with your armor was kind of intense, just because there was less oxygen.
for flavor, can I make a saving roll for Constitution?
Sure.
Whether or not I puke my fucking guts out.
Sure.
Nico at this point gets up to Zephyr, just like, what I miss? What happened?
I think I
You're
need new
okay. It's a
friends.
little
I don't
rough.
understand what's going on.
What's
Alrighty.
already, huh?
They just threw themselves off the. There's no explanation, nothing. Just
Nico, it sounds very familiar.
why I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm here.
Just stay up here and watch.
Sounds very
Feels-
familiar.
I've seen this song and dance so many times to the point. Just stay up here and
It
watch.
sounds one time familiar, like literally like 20 minutes ago when you first
Main
saw it
characters
happen.
Tired of being main characters.
Like Tor did the same thing, except I don't think Tor made a moving sound as he plummeted down to the cliff. So
Well, honestly, for a second there, I thought he died, but I can still see them a little bit.
Yeah, they look like ants.
yeah,
I mean, he might still be dead.
Well,
I'm
I
just on the
think-
floor now,
I
like
don't know.
What was
I-
that save, by the way? Did you puke?
No, he
I
did
did
not.
I mean,
let's just
I
stay up here and see what the hell happened.
For every 100 feet, it
Yeah.
added an extra to the DC. So, base DC of 10.
At some point, Zephyr, you just go with it. That's all it is.
I mean, how far down is the base of the cliff?
It's far.
It's 400 to where they're at. This cliff is about 1,600 feet down.
Okay, yeah, no, I can only get us a third of the way. Yeah, we'll just hang out here.
Yeah. Why do you think I was up here in the first place? I didn't do shit.
Well-
As I
What
could-
is going on?
Well, look, the last time we were here,
And
Tor
at
turned
this
us
point,
down.
we're gonna swap over to the other guys because it's getting a little late. I want to get this done.
Weird.
I'm sorry to
Where's
cut
RP?
you off there. And so Tori, I'm assuming you fly down.
Oh yeah.
You still have silence on Nico.
Undo that as I.
Or not Nico on Moonaran.
Yeah,
And
we're-
Moonerun, you're no longer silenced. And
Shh, my friend. Shh. And I pat him on the back and help him as best I can to his feet.
okay.
Moonrun has faced death before, but he is just. He has
It's
tears
just
coming down
tears.
his face.
It's
He's
just
like,
straight tears.
just what the everlasting
Destiny
fuck? I
has
woke up and I got
called
yoked
me.
off a cliff.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny.
So at this point, one of the same master that took Tor's hand, allowing him to commune, is still standing there next to the large elemental. This thing is about half the size of the mountain itself. And there, you see him let go of one of the student's hands. And that acolyte walks down and then looks at you guys in this kind of slightly angered way, like, who the fuck are these outsiders? Why are they getting to do this?
Sleight of hand check to give him the finger.
Sure.
Does Tor know the finger?
I've been in enough bars with y'all.
Yes, but does Tor have 5 fingers? Does he have 4? Anyway.
He has 3, so he holds up the middle one.
Perfect. You do it. I mean, you stick up the middle finger. It's not too. I mean, y'all can't really see, but it's.
Okay.
Well, I
You
just
know-
kind of like turn my shell to the masters as he's walking by, and I do it.
Yeah. It's just like. And the kid's
I
just like
just
whatever, and you just see him start fucking like running up the cliffside, and like grabbing on and launching himself and stuff like that.
Mentally, I say to myself, he's just mad he can't fly.
Of course, that's why he's mad. Anyway,
Or wouldn't know why he's actually mad.
so after that, the one master that took Tor's hand looks at Tor and then looks at Moonerun, and kind of does a head tilt.
I put my hand as close to Moonrun's heart as I can and point to the elemental.
All right, and at that point, the master reaches his hand out towards Moonerun. Moonerun, what do you do?
I sniffle and wipe the tears from my eyes. And I'll reach out and take his hand.
As you do that, you walk up to him, you sniffle, you're wiping your face, you take his hand, and you feel as the earth takes both of you. And you see nothing, but you feel the hum, the sound of roaring earth, of something moving, and yet something silent. Something that you may be familiar with. And you get this feeling of hope as it peers into your mind. Do you resist?
I do not resist.
All right. As it peers into your mind, it sees that you have a child on the way. It sees that you've trained many years to be a paladin. It sees that you've gone through hardship and that you have a brother. And it knows you. And you feel as if you know it now. The story of the elementals. The story of this elemental. To be the opposite of the great Kraken. To be the opposite of what killed the water elemental and took its place. You see its fight against the water elemental and then subsequently the Kraken. And you see the chains it made out of stone and metal to lock the Kraken away. And then you feel as it asks you a question, the only time you actually hear words. Do you wish for a portion of power in your time of need? To take down the abomination that's rising in the west?
Yes.
Well then, this may change aspects of you. Much like your friend Tor, how he's seen with thunder and lightning and the storms, and your friend Alastor with the fire that burns brighter than the sun. You will be given the power of the earth. In your time of need, you will be given boons from me. Though you are not one of my children, you are one of the few that stand a chance with the ones you surround yourself with. I recommend taking the others, getting them to go to other elementals, for we feel the turning tide of the damned, the monsters, and the realms between worlds breaking. For Demon Lord, one of great power, dropped its staff, stirring the pot. I give you the boon of the earth in your time of need. May the luck be with you all and your crew of storms. And at that point, everybody else outside just sees him fully turn the stone. But not like statued, but like an encasing of rock around him.
Just wait.
And it starts to break off. And Moonerun, your horns, as you feel everything disappear. And the rocks fall off of you. Your horns fully turn to stone. As a showing of your connection to the earth elemental. And that there is where we will leave it off. And I thank everyone for coming to play D&D with me today. Thank you very much. I was not expecting y'all to get over here. Today has been a wild roller coaster of events. But look at that. I didn't know that this was going to be going longer than what I originally planned for this campaign, but you guys have unlocked the continuation story. So we'll see where this goes. Alright, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I've got a lot of more prep to do now. Bye, everybody on the stream.